I'm so fucking mad at you, Caleb.
What?
Because literally 2 days before, you're like, oh man, I can't wait for Tuesday because we're going to have such an easy day. We're going to go to the meeting and we're going to just, leave work at 6.
Mine was exactly as I said. It was great.
Guys,
Yeah.
it sounds like Luch needs to vent tonight. We should just not play.
Oh, I'm going to go fucking ham, bro. I'm going to fucking kill. I'm going to fucking kill Gorram. I'm going to fucking kill Distance. I'm going to fucking...
Because we don't need to play. We can
talk.
talk.
I'm gonna be fucking Var'Gul. Fuck it. I'm the fucking orc leader. Him and fucking orc leader Desh. I'm gonna be Split. That guy when fucking what's his name? What's his name from Wanted? The guy in the Split movie. I'm gonna have like 8 different personalities, and one of them's gonna be fucking Var'Gul. You know what? I'm gonna be fucking Tyrion too. I'm gonna fucking go celestial motherfucking ass on there. I'm gonna fucking split into paladin, and I'm gonna fucking split into necromancer.
Are we rolling right now?
Oh yeah, we're live.
Hello everybody. Hello, welcome to our stream. That is Luciano. He's playing his character.
No, you know what? Where's David? David, what's his character's name?
I don't know.
His new character's name?
I don't know.
You want fucking Raz is going to teleport to fucking Asteria.
So yes, thank you.
Fuck you, corporate America.
Alright.
It was fun.
Had a great day at work, guys.
I'm retweeting this. Everybody want to tune into the stream if you're not already tuned in. Get the viewership up.
Welcome to Nat 2.
Nat 2 live.
Nat 2
Session
presents
number 7.
Elendel.
Hey, why don't we go around real quick and once again introduce ourselves. Akalius, you start first.
Forget what my character sounds like. Okay.
You don't have
Have your crisis.
You can just say I'm Caleb. I'm playing Akalius.
What is this? Some bitch ass fucking.
I'm just saying we're just doing the
Some
intros.
bitch ass fucking. Yeah, no, it's good. Hello everyone. Welcome. My name is Caleb Henderson, and I am playing Akalius, the Zealot Barbarian. I'm gonna be Esquire now. I'm gonna be Akalius Esquire from now on.
Where'd you get the Esquire?
Exactly.
Okay.
From the English language.
Next up.
I am playing Gorram Grimlock, Mountain Dwarf Cleric.
Mountain Dwarf Cleric.
Yeah.
Just realized I don't have the last name in this game.
I'm playing a salary-starved, hourly working piece of shit. I'm playing Raz I'm an Eldrich Knight, level 3. I cause many a headaches for the DM of this.
Yes.
He caused himself a headache. He quit.
Because oh shit.
What do you mean? Josh isn't even here. He's
Josh
fingering his asshole over me.
Wait, he's not playing?
No, he is. He's just not here yet. You
Oh.
Hey, Jakkar, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah,
Bro, I get a pass.
My name's Jack. I'm playing Jakkar. Jack.
I do not play.
Did anybody else talk over everybody else's intro? It's so weird.
I'm trying to calm down the fucking person over here.
So everybody, I just want you to know that these introductions are going to be much more streamlined in the future.
Like non-existent.
Please be patient.
I've had a bad day, guys. I'm sorry.
It's no excuse.
Yeah, it's no excuse
playing
for
a half
professionalism.
I'm playing a half-elf ranger, level 3, Beastmaster. The one part missing member of our party is Distance, the Tiefling Bard, who will be joining us in 20 minutes, but he's not in the current fight anyway. And Benjamin, the DM.
I am your current Dungeon Master. Soon to not be the Dungeon Master, but my own character within my own campaign, and I'm passing off the campaign to another character of this group. Who could be? You'll just have to find out.
Leave your comments.
By the way, Josh doesn't know, so like...
Yes, he does.
Oh,
Apparently he knows because we were talking about it.
Well, he might not know.
Well, now he knows. He totally watches our channel.
If you don't know, now you know.
Alright, so anyway, last time we left off with our heroes in a rousing battle against a group of orcs on a quest from the town of Safeguard to recover stolen, kidnapped villagers. They encountered the orcs in a huge ring of rocks. They were camped out, unexpected, and our group pounced upon them and took out 5 orcs. The last thing that happened was, from somewhere within the group, an orc voice said a bunch of really awful sounding things, and then more orcs rushed forward.
Yes,
All right.
Yes.
I missed your voice, Ben.
I missed you inside.
Wait,
You've been ignoring me.
Dude, I ignore everybody.
It's not like I'm the one who stood you up.
Got him. new emotes got approved. So yeah, tier 3 Jack Face Gold is ready to go. You're a tier 3 subscriber, and it's amazing. So you can use them in the chat for whenever Var'Gul Desh dies.
It will be soon.
He's already dead on the inside, so.
It doesn't matter. My character's pretty much indestructible at this point. If he dies, he's going to get resurrected because of the refusal to not make a new character.
It's true.
No one could deal with the strain of loot making.
As an angel comes from the skies.
We bend space and time and not be able to make another character.
Wait, he's dead? No, he's not. He can't be. This is not possible. We can't do it.
Var'Gul Desh
He has
was
to be
unconscious in the field where he was slain.
He gets 45 death saving throws, so that's fine.
Alright.
So, let's do this thing.
Moon fall.
The orc, somehow distracted, does not slay the unconscious Var'Gul Desh in front of him.
I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Alright? I dropped the fucking ball. Alright?
You don't know.
You don't have the initiative
I don't have any of your initiatives.
You have no idea why.
I've got all of my
Wait, isn't that what the
initiatives.
tower's for?
There's no fucking things on my tower right now.
Yeah, they must have.
They got cleaned
I,
off.
I remember what I had.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I rolled.
Do you now?
I do. I rolled a nat 20 for my
So
initiative
did I.
fight.
Did shut the fuck up.
Oh, I really did.
No, you did.
Yes, I
There
did.
was at least there was only one nat 20.
I was
if
first in
remember.
this one.
No.
100%.
I was.
Then I was behind you because I thought I was first.
Yeah, no, I was.
I mean, we can reroll. I really don't give a shit.
I
Whoever's
mean,
faster.
Yeah.
Can you roll a deception on that nat 20?
No, why don't we just all roll?
Yeah, let's just roll again. Let's make it faster.
Wow.
Nat 20.
He had the nat 20.
I got 14 this time, so it's still not terrible. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I really dropped the ball, guys. I completely forgot the initiative order.
Wow.
Alright. Uno momento. Jakkar had a 20. Akalius had a 14.
Yes, sir.
I heard Raz had a 5.
I have a 10.
Gorram has a 10.
They said there's some kind of wizardry about this, and I shouldn't use it.
Who told you that? He was rolling great last time. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I rolled great last time, but not the time before that.
All that matters is the last time.
I just rolled a nat 20 my first roll on this board. I'm good. No. Why?
No, just making sure I got it. I got it. So I was just making sure. Fucking spend $80 on them.
Yeah.
Is it Capstar?
There we go. What's that?
Capstar.
4.
No.
She takes next card.
Yo, sweetie, you're the only dog who will ever love me.
So,
She doesn't lick my hand. That's never happened.
It's because I'm scratching her butt.
as stated, you all heard a ghastly orc voice come from the middle of the ring of rocks, and several more
Excuse me, DM.
orcs.
Because I can see them, can I see if any of them are if any of them are just,
You can roll for perception on your turn.
I mean, but can I just see it because I'm looking right at them?
You can roll on your turn.
I'm looking right at them.
You can roll on your turn.
Alright, who's first? Let's do this thing.
Let's do it.
I want to kill some things.
Jakkar, you're first.
I'm first. Okay. I'm way in the back there.
As you
So I can see through that path. Can I see any of them from where I am? It looks like I can see the one in the corner there.
Yeah, you get an eye on
On
this
that one.
guy, maybe like his arm, and the guy behind him.
Okay.
And since this one is elevated, you can see him too.
Ooh, I like that.
Elevation.
I want to move 4 squares to the right, so I want to move 20 feet to my left. Yeah. Now I can see directly down there,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to. I would like to shoot an arrow at that. Hold on. Big ass orc in the middle.
You're shooting an arrow at this guy?
Yeah, the guy right in the middle.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
I think we should check to see if there's anything of importance.
What's that?
That's a good thing you check to see if there's anything of importance in that group.
I don't need to. I just want to shoot arrows.
That's fair.
That's okay. It's gonna be a 10.
You rolled a 3?
It did.
Jesus. You do not hit.
Okay.
You loose an arrow and it flies straight over his head.
Yeah. Figured. I'd like to also move Aurora over to. I'm assuming that's Var'Gul Desh, right?
Over here? Yes.
Yeah. I would like to move her 4 squares to the right as well.
Yeah, I'll use that.
Right
To here?
Yeah.
Alrighty. you successfully move Aurora.
Okay.
She heeds your call.
Mmm.
Good job, Jakkar. Great first turn.
Way to have a last impression there, Jack.
Quit metagaming, Lich.
Hmm?
I'll do CST usage and quit metagaming.
Fuck me, CSC. It's gonna be nice to have doing observations for not playing. I'm gonna observe Steve.
You can't observe the dead.
Cool.
Big oops. Big oops.
Big
Are you gonna feel bad if like he is actually?
No, I'm not. I don't even know.
Altarine runs somewhat behind Jakkar,
If he falls, I'm gonna quit.
aims directly at the orc you attempted to shoot.
He used to be the back of the head.
His arrow finds its mark,
At the back of my head.
making you feel very insignificant, insecure. Dealing
Brooding.
This is why Jakkar's leaving.
dealing 13 damage.
Mmm.
Nice.
So strong.
Only if you only have 2 left.
So wise. Altair, the tongueless assassin. Can he please women? No. But he can hit his arrows.
Well, at least I can please women.
Please, the ladies all gather around me for Gorram, and you.
Well, I use her.
And if they reject you,
I rip the shorts out. I don't like her anyway.
please hold it. By the way, Ben, before Jack takes over, I would love to go back to the town and steal that talking dog. That
Did it talk?
Or the dog bartender.
Magic bartender dog.
This makes us the most splendid of beverages.
I want an ale.
The orc up on top of the rock sees Jakkar and heaves a javelin at him.
That's my job.
It finds its mark for 8 damage.
Okay.
Good God.
I'm an armor class of shit, so that makes sense.
Insane, to be honest.
Where did it hit me?
Nuclear.
That also makes sense. The big target hit me. So,
Yeah,
hard to miss.
impeccable.
Where did
It
it
was
hit?
the shoulder.
In the shoulder.
In the shoulder.
No wonder I fucking missed that arrow. I didn't know it was coming.
In the same slot where his scar was.
Where the last one was broken.
Oh shit!
You feel it enter your body just below the scar from the last one.
Thanks, Ventura.
You fuck.
Gorram, what's your armor class?
Ooh.
It was 18.
For now.
18?
Yes.
This orc right here also throws a javelin at you. However, you're able to react to it in time, and you throw your shield across your face, and it ricochets right off of it and hits the ground behind you.
Nice shot, Gorram.
That's job one.
I couldn't see mine coming. Sorry.
Got right in the dick.
Roll a d20 for me.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Natural 20.
Nat 20?
No, I'm just kidding. 19.
19? Alright,
Mm.
your turn.
Alright.
The charisma.
As I'm looking into the pit of doom over here,
Uh-huh.
can I see anything is there any orcs that are not normal orcs, like any chiefs or anything like that?
That guy.
Well,
really-
Akalius,
He's definitely.
now that
cheap.
you've waited your turn, I'm glad you're asking.
Thank you.
Because you can! So,
I knew
you
it.
can see the entire group of orcs.
I sure can. It's
What you see is 3 normal orcs here, another one up here, and then in the group in the back, the one in the middle seems to be a little more important than the others,
okay.
while the 2 on either side of him are heavily armor clad.
Okay. So important, armored, normal, 4. Okay.
That's what you
Alright,
see.
can you shout that back to us?
Now, are they normally orcs? Are they all orcs up for sure?
Yeah.
Excuse me, guys. There's a big one in the back. But so is it my go then? All right, I'm already raging from the
Every
last
time I
thing.
hear
So
RP, I just imagine it's like Dwarf being super handsome, just from like his voice.
I am.
Like an overly like.
It's like Thor and Open Shield.
Yeah. Throwing over
Like
shit,
He-Man,
handsome
like
little
blonde hair.
shit. I'm glad that's what you picture. All right, so
That's why I picture you.
to not get completely ruined, I'm gonna throw a javelin
Okay.
at the one directly in front of me, the bigger one with the two swords.
The gray one?
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
I'm like, let's see. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Damn.
You definitely hit.
All right, and then I'm going to use my. Sorry, it's been a little bit. I haven't looked at my abilities. I forgot what this is even called.
The spear of holy righteousness. Holy.
Why is this not like let me scroll down? Sorry, I apologize for the inconvenience.
I'm stupid. This doesn't matter, I guess.
It's okay, Jack. We weren't gonna tell you.
I didn't Hunter's Mark before I launched my arrow at him, so even if I would have hit, I wouldn't have been able to do max damage.
For some reason, it's not showing my Zealot ability, but whatever. So I'm gonna use my
I did save my
normal attacks. So my javelin
Iron
is
Strike,
a
though, so
1d6
I Iron Strike the boss.
plus 5. Where's my d6? It's in my hand. Awkward. So that's 9.
How would you like to end him?
Oh, I didn't even get to use the other thing yet.
I mean, I figured I'd save that for you.
Wait, which orc?
The first one right there.
There's one already.
Oh
damaged?
yeah, he got hit. I forgot he already got hit. Alright, so this is a cool finisher move I thought up. So here we go. So I take my javelin, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hoist it, and then it's gonna be all necrotic damage for my Zealot ability. I'm gonna fucking huck it at him. It's gonna hit him right in the side, and he's gonna look down to grab it, thinking nothing happens. And as he goes to grab it, the necrotic energy is just gonna eat away his flesh around him, and then he dies.
I'm not feeling so good, Captain.
I just Thanos his ass.
Just imagining like the Destiny like void light just.
And then I'm gonna use my movement and hide behind that rock.
He hides!
I'm not getting fucked
Feels
up.
bad.
I got one. I'm gonna hide back here.
Wait, how far behind the rock do you want to go?
Just enough to be covered.
Like there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We can do that.
I'm just gonna play the whole game of hide and throw javelin.
I'm leaving him there. Yeah, fucking deal with it.
There's too many people in the way to go running in.
Too many cooks.
I don't know. I'm about to thunder wave my ass in there.
I mean, you can do it because you have a 19 armor class. I do not, so I can't really risk that. Still don't know why I don't have my Zealot. Oh, there it is. I'm just retarded and can't read.
Are the rocks climbable or like?
Yeah, if you wanted to, you could probably get your way up there. In response to his fallen comrade, the orc right here, losing sight of the wee dwarf, sees a wolf.
Oh no!
What's Aurora's armor class?
Oh, she's wearing chain armor.
Mm-hmm.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah.
16.
Yes.
The orc heaves a javelin at Aurora. Ooh, where the fuck did that go? It seems like it doesn't actually fully connect. However, it manages to graze her on the shoulder, like right on her upper arm, and it looks like a pretty deep cut, and it deals 4 damage.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Or damage.
What's that, pupper? It is now Raz's turn.
She bared her teeth, by the way. She went.
She hit him with that grr.
So there's 2 normal ones, 2 heavily armored ones, and 1 captain.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's just a normal one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
And I have my shield out at this point. That was the last thing I did before I went.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
She did that ass.
Fuck it. We go here. I have Expeditious Retreat still on. Which allows me to use dash as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go ahead right here.
Okay.
And then I will, or wait, no, that's normal. I can go there normal movement speed, right?
You only have like 6 squares that you can move, so that'd pretty much take all of your expeditions.
3, 4, 5, 6.
So it'll take you another 3 to get there.
Yeah.
So you'd have 3 that you can move after.
So, but I can still go back. I can disengage, right?
Up to 3 squares.
To 3 squares. All right. So then I will booming blade this time.
Okay.
Booming
You need an attack roll.
You're gonna do what?
Booming blade.
Okay, thank you.
So 17.
17. You hit.
Alright. And then damage. That's a 1.
There he is.
So that's 7.
7 damage.
Mhm.
Alright.
Josh is ready now, apparently.
You
You want to call him? Oh, yeah.
you shout your chant, and let me see.
It's 2177.
Your sword produces a significant amount of booming energy. Honestly, I'm having a hard time. How would you describe that shit?
So it's going to be like.
Is it just like
I think
shock waves
2177.
coming out of this thing, or like?
So pretty much imagine like kind of like it being like a vibro sword, and then just like crackling, thunderous, lightning energy, just not as bright.
That sounds a little cooler. Razal Desh conjures up a thunderstorm around his sword, swinging down upon the nearest orc.
And it does a thunder boom that can be heard 100 feet away.
Okay.
Damn.
He makes contact with the armor of the orc in front of him, dealing 7 damage. The orc is trapped within
Might need
the same sort of energy that seems to be surrounding the
Let me
sword.
see. Just pass it here.
Tell me to you already wrote that.
Pass it to me. Hold on, Josh. What?
Sebastian,
Oh, and then
seeming to struggle to keep up.
Oh yeah, I think we
I
should put him on
moved- I
that side.
moved
That's
back.
what we ended up doing last time.
Put him back,
No.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
back in the like the middle here.
yeah, just enough so if he moves at me, he can take damage.
Okay.
Alright, you want to set him back over there in the
I
corner?
thought we put him right there before, like
Here?
Yeah, because you can see the whole map then. That's what we did with.
Can you see the map, Josh?
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
that's horrible.
Is this good or no?
I mean, I can see it enough. I'll probably have to ask questions for certain movements, but overall, I can see it.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell to Sebastian.
Here, you know
as
what?
well.
Put him.
Move him up.
Well, I was gonna say, put him on that corner because he's closer to the mic then, so that the stream can hear him as well. Just face him right down.
What's that?
All right, now just tilt it a little bit this way.
How do I do that?
Just swivel. There you go. All right, perfect.
Kobe.
Can you give me a d20 roll?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping we could make it in there.
17.
All right.
Josh, make sure you pull up the stream.
Oh,
What are you talking about? I already got it up.
Okay.
I got it up before I called you guys.
Jason wanted to have me give you a message on stream. He wanted me to let you know that you have a girlfriend for every hair on your head. And then he said, "Boom, roasted."
I'll have him know that I have hundreds of hairs on my head. I choose to shave them off. Bitch ass, bitch. So,
Just after Sebastian makes it to his cover behind the rock, the orc in the very back of the group raises his arms and begins to chant loudly
oh shit.
in his terrible orcish language.
When do I know what that is, though?
Huh?
I know Orcish, but then I know what he's saying.
He seems to be giving his men a rousing battle cry, to which they all respond. They seem to have significantly more energy than before, and they all seem much more prepared to attack you.
Hello, everyone, they have a cheerleader in the back.
Hey.
God damn it, they have a fucking bard buffing them up.
Bardish work? How does that work?
I mean, technically they can be whatever. I mean, they're just a work just a race. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, true.
The orc in the back, in the
Okay.
middle right here, hucks a spear at Gorram,
Nice.
and it goes right over his stout, short head.
Bastard.
Jakkar, it's your
It
turn.
is my turn. Okay.
This mean turn.
Well, who is? Oh, is that Sebastian?
You skipped my turn.
Yeah, he didn't go.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we did, dude. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
It is Gorham's turn.
Sometimes it's lonely being a dwarf.
Can I see him or no? So
No, you can see through him.
You can see him.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can see through them.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame?
Say it.
This one
Sacred
here.
Flame.
Yeah.
He's slightly obscured from your vision. Is there another one you'd rather?
Can I move then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you
go
can
to
move.
road square.
There you go. Now you can hit him.
Okay.
No cover.
What were you using on?
Sacred Flame. It's a dexterity save.
I couldn't hear that. What was it? Give the people what they want.
The sacred flame. There's certain trigger words that make us all get excited.
It's needed.
Sacred flame, booming
Magic
blade.
missile.
No, it's booming blade, sacred flame, and then who the fuck are you?
So you use Sacred Flame.
Right. And if it hits, it's a
Dexterity saving throw.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Did it hit?
You roll.
You
You
roll
roll.
the dex save.
Oh yeah, yeah. It
Oh
hit.
shit,
Yeah.
got him.
I already rolled it.
Zyra.
new DM,
Fine.
No
Zyra.
DM.
5 damage.
Deals 5. Oh jeez. Hi girl.
New DM. Who dis? That's
Hi.
the. That's
Okay,
our-
that's the replacement.
Yeah.
I know.
We found him. It's right there.
Replacing
She
DM now.
volunteered.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Finally.
Let me catch up my spell slots here.
I'm so excited. I mean, wait. What are you gonna?
Okay.
What are you gonna make it look like? Though? That's the real
A
question.
dildo.
Just a
The cleric.
warhammer, a giant glowing warhammer.
Is it going to be an even bigger warhammer than the one you have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Consider it.
Just a giant flamboyant.
You conjure yourself a gigantic, beautiful warhammer.
And I wanted to.
But it's
conjure
frightening.
Right next to that character.
You would like to do what?
It's conjuring right next to this character.
Okay.
And then as a, let's see, I believe I can attack with it at the same turn.
Yep.
Okay, then I want to attack that character with Spiritual Weapon,
Okay.
which is 1d8 plus 2.
Do you need to do an attack roll?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. It's a melee spell attack, so you
Okay.
use your spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah. So the same thing you'd use when you use your abilities.
Alright, so
And it deals plus your ability modifier.
is that the plus 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, D&D Beyond, for doing all the work for us.
20.
Well, isn't that
Woo! Double damage. Let's go.
So give it 2d8s.
Alright.
It's also 2 times his ability modifier.
Wait,
I
what?
don't know about that.
It's plus his ability modifier, double the damage, right?
No, only for the one hit.
Well, it's 1d8 plus 2.
I thought we were just doing double damage.
No,
Yeah.
it's like you get your d8, so you roll a d8, you get an extra d8.
I thought it was just like
Your
the
ability
D8,
modifier would be
the
Right.
plus 4.
and then it's just
double
double.
plus 4.
Well, that's what
So you don't double the modifiers.
Yeah, the modifier just adds at the end. So
Yeah.
like, if
So
he
you
rolls
roll a
an 8,
D8.
it'd be 16 plus
Plus
4.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no,
20.
I just meant like you don't roll the D8 twice, right?
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's double whatever you roll.
Jesus.
Uh,
one.
Fuck.
A 1.
6
that's alright.
damage.
Alright, so 3, 6
Yeah,
damage.
6 damage. Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Well, whatever.
The giant magical hammer comes down on the orc, hitting him directly on the crown of the noggin.
Just take it this way. If you didn't get a nat 20, you would have only hit 1 less damage than what you just did.
Roll a 20 and a 1.
If it weren't for his super thick skull, he might be a little more confused right now.
In
Giant warhammer, but they didn't say that it was inflatable, so it hits him. It's like it squeaks.
Like an anvil. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to do like an anvil and just like Acme,
Yeah.
just drop it on the head.
Now it is Jakkar's turn.
Jakkar's turn. So who's in front of Aurora?
That is Sebastian.
That's
That's
our
bad.
NPC. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
That hasn't done anything. Just fallen.
The character, the orc in front that Razal Desh hit and then just engaged from.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, so I can move. I'm gonna move up next to Aurora.
Okay.
I got
I have a car.
Alright.
So I'm gonna be standing right next to her, and I'm gonna shoot an arrow at.
Punches work.
Yeah. Let me get
The one
to
I
that.
hit?
Yeah, the one that's damaged. I want to hunter's mark it first, and then.
You might want to move to your right just a little bit.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still a bit covered.
Okay.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, right
Okay,
there.
Good.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna shoot an arrow at that guy after I hunter's mark it.
A meat shield.
I don't want to hear none of that anymore.
17.
No more of that.
What?
It is.
Tell him to use his moves.
What do you mean?
No, I was not.
I was coughing.
We literally just talked about.
I know you just
Var'Gul.
talked about it, but he didn't.
I was coughing. You heard that? Underbar. It's crazy. That was a weird cough.
Anyways, it's a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. You hit.
Okay.
You hit.
3.
Attack with your ferocity.
I never remember what the fuck damage is. 8. This one.
Let's see.
The 8s are the
Yeah.
worst.
Oh,
You
yeah.
never know what they are.
Regular.
That's a 5, and then
D6.
D6 for the hunter's mark. 3, so 8 damage.
8 damage. And how much did you dealt 7, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to end it?
Hey,
Fuck
boy.
yeah, boy! Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
So.
Good work, team.
Yeah.
Josh!
Oh, doesn't he need to roll an initiative?
Huh? Is he fighting?
Josh, do you want to participate in this fight?
Are you still teaching little Jimmy?
I guess I can hop in if my turn comes around and you could use me.
Yeah, of course we could use.
I mean, if you're just gonna sit there and do nothing, I mean, you could do that, or you could, play the game with us.
You can heal. You can run up and heal Aurora for me.
What do you roll?
I got
Also, can I kill this fucking orc? Or, like,
6.
I'm just steal my.
6 eye.
Can I?
Ben,
Can
that
I
was-
have my moment?
Ben, is this your guy?
Sorry.
An arrow just dinks me.
I've got one right there. Yes, you can have your moment now, Jakkar.
Everybody else gets to kill.
No,
me.
I
I finally kill something, and everybody's like.
No, you got this. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, it is actually.
It's not like it's a kill steal or something.
No, it's not because you didn't do enough damage.
It's not even the same one.
Yes, it is. It's the one that he hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I knock the arrow, I pull it back, and right as I'm about to let it go, my focus zooms from the orc to Desh, and then I get a good idea, and I whistle it right under his ear, so his hair goes,
I cast shield on myself.
and then it flies right over his shoulder, causing his hair to flip up, and goes right in the neck of the orc.
Wearing a helmet.
Very nice.
Well, your hair's still out the sides of it.
I don't have long hair.
Oh yeah, you do. You have long flowing hair.
His mind, you do.
That's
It
why
must be hot.
That's
I
why
just like take off the helmet.
Why is everything that most hot guys have long flowing hair? I don't understand.
I mean,
He also deed.
Damn. Get deed.
Get
Get
deed.
Chalk one up for Jakkar.
as the orc dies, my thunderous energy releases and just kind of gets
So
expelled.
I have
from
to
his
wait.
body.
I have to wait to Hunter's mark somebody else, right?
Yeah.
It's your next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
fucker.
Yeah.
Chaos. Any complaints about me about that?
Bish, you didn't even.
His booming blade was on the
He did more damage than you do.
Yeah.
How does that kill steal?
Yeah, what are you talking
He did
about?
one more damage.
Exactly.
Is it enough to kill him?
Oh my god.
Bitch ass, bitch ass.
Altarin. I keep forgetting his name.
Yeah, what is this guy? Is he even here?
He's the guy without the tongue.
What is
Bro,
he doing?
he's been doing damage a
Yeah,
lot.
but like, what is he doing back there?
Other than
he
ruining that,
hasn't missed a shot.
other than
Let's just put it that
other
way.
than clutching that or unclutching that stealth. check
Yeah,
earlier.
what are you talking about? He's the
He's
one
got a
that
plus
he's
13
the one
to
that,
hit.
alerted them to like that we were here.
On the bright side,
Was that in this fight?
No.
on the bright side, he's not
What would he be in
Sebastian.
this fight?
Sebastian is literally the worst. He might as well,
Sebastian hasn't done shit.
he's literally fell 3 times. He's actually the worst. And he was talking all that shit. Now he hasn't done it.
Altarin sneaks over yonder.
Of course he would.
He pulls another arrow from his quiver and knocks it on his bow, aims it directly at the neck of the orc on top of the rock. He looses the arrow and it flies true, finding its home in its neck. It falls to the ground, however, does not seem to be dead.
The damn get necked, nerd.
Get wrecked.
It is actually on its knees at the moment.
I'm right in
I
this.
bet it is.
Bleeding.
I bet it is.
Just like an orc to be on his knees.
And
I yelled that in orcish, by the way, so they all can hear.
Yells it orcish.
then all of them turn and look at you.
Good. Then they're gonna get this. You guys can attack them from behind. Good. They can't even see me. They just hear a rock yelling shit out. You don't even want it now.
From his spot on his knees on the top of his rock,
Yeah.
this orc pulls out a javelin and throws it once more at Jakkar,
Damn,
actually landing it.
Damn, he doesn't like
Yes,
it.
that was with a disadvantage roll.
Damn. He's one that, so maybe your character isn't gonna die.
Dealing 8 damage.
Alright, well, you got the.
Wow, that's some serious damage.
Alright, who's near me that wants to cost me a heal?
Hey, we have Josh coming at some point in this fight.
I'm
Maybe.
perfectly behind you.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, but you have cooler things than Josh.
I've taken 16 damage in 2 turns, so that's cool.
At least it's consistent.
Akalius, it's your turn.
Hey. I'm gonna do the old sneak and poke. I'm gonna take 2 steps. Boom, boom, here.
Pop out the rock.
I'm gonna slip out, and then I'm gonna slip out my jabby. And then I'm gonna throw it at that one, the one that got hit with a spiritual weapon and sacred flame, I guess.
Alright.
Secret.
Try to clear another one off the map, steal Gorram's kill in his glory. So I'm
That's
gonna
alright. Just
toss
was
the
standing in
javelin.
front of me anyways.
It's gonna do 19 points of damage, or it's 19 to hit.
It hits.
Okay, so d6. I'm just gonna build my d6s from me.
Nice.
So that's 10, 14, 16 points of damage.
How would you like to end it?
Yes, feels so
Damn.
good.
Javelins.
Alright, so this time I'm gonna huck it, grab it, radiant energy, throw it at him. It's gonna go right into his neck, and then the radiant energy is gonna blast out his eyeballs, out of his skull, and then he's gonna die.
All those things happen.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna say, "Y'all a bunch of bitches," in Orcish, and then I'm gonna hide again.
Wait, why would you have there? Only 3 of them now, and I'm in
I
front.
don't care, Luch. I'm hiding again because I never seem to be in a place with cover ever. So, and then I'm gonna yell also to Sebastian and be like, "Are you actually gonna do anything this time, Sebastian?"
Gorm, it's your turn.
Alright. How is Jakkar looking? Is he rough?
I'm at 10 HP.
10 HP.
So he's fine. He can take another 8 points of damage.
I'm doing good. I could probably survive, you know.
Alright, I'm going to clap him on the back. Thanks for standing in front of me! and cast Cure Wounds. My god, the D8s with this thing. So 4 damage, or 4...
4 HP. Okay.
He hurts him for 4 damage. He causes wounds.
Causing wounds.
Causes wounds.
Just bores a
Rolls
gash
a 10.
Kills me. God damn it.
Jakkar falls unconscious.
We did not know you were passing that way.
My spiritual weapon is still right there, so I'm going to move it right there and attack him.
Okay.
With it.
You mean attack roll?
Come on, baby.
15 plus 4, 19.
It hits.
Alright. D8.
Go, D8.
4 plus 6.
Better than 1.
That's true. 6 damage.
Alright. It's still the big warhammer.
Wait, it's plus
Yeah.
4.
Oh, plus 4.
Plus 2 for
It's
damage.
plus 2.
No,
it's
it's
just the strength modifier.
No. This is spellcasting modifier
Yeah.
for spiritual weapon.
Okay, yeah, it's plus 2.
four.
Yeah, it's plus 2.
Is it?
It is. Yeah, it shows on there. Spiritual weapon is plus 2.
There you go.
That doesn't make any sense. Spellcasting ability modifier.
No, it's that.
That's to
Oh.
use that to hit.
No, I'm sorry.
Modifier.
It's your wisdom, not your strength.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
yeah.
my bad.
Anyway,
So 6 is still
what
good.
was it? 6 damage.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Your hammer moves just like a chess piece over to its next victim. Once it gets just far enough away, it clicks him. It falls just shy of his head, cracking onto his shoulder plate. He seems really distraught. It deals 6 damage.
Which one did you attack?
This guy right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to move back around right there.
I'm gonna look back at him and be like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I'm just kidding. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. The distance when you run up, you can use some cure wounds on Aurora.
So bossy.
Yeah. Just a suggestion.
I gotcha.
Or just kill steal. I mean, you're really good at that too.
The
Get out your rapier.
There's something with 1 health. Get out your rapier.
the armored orc right here.
What did you roll to hit him?
17 hit.
Okay.
No, 19.
Hucks a javelin at Razal Desh. However, he's able to knock it off to the side with his massive shield.
Did you see that movement? That was his hair flying.
That was so beautiful.
Can I catch it?
You can try. Give me a dex roll.
What are you, a monk? Get out of here.
I can't. I have a sword and shield. I just realized. My bad.
True.
Can I bite it with my teeth?
You're wearing a helmet.
If
Yeah, he's
flying
wearing a
down,
helmet.
like,
You're literally just fucking yourself with your gear.
Hits him in the head.
He eats glue.
Raz, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go right in the middle.
Okay.
Shit, Sean. Beaming
I kiss him right in the mouth. I really distract him.
And just
He never
and then
saw it
I'll
coming.
attack the one that the spiritual weapon's next to.
Okay.
But instead, I will use Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
What does that do?
That's what I was trying to talk to you earlier. Last week.
Is that on your thing?
It's replaces Toll the Dead because Toll the Dead was in Unearthed Arcana. I didn't realize that.
I have no
So it's just another sword spell. Pretty much it does, instead of Booming Blade when they move and does 1d8, it does my spell ability.
Where did
modifier.
Green Flame Blade come from?
Sword Coast, same as the Booming Blade.
I mean, but Booming Blade was an exception, dude.
No.
Yeah, we talked about that.
I'm pretty sure Toll the Dead is Xander's.
Is it?
Yeah, Total Dead's in Xanath.
So you can keep Toll the Dead.
Oh, never mind.
Alright.
Alright, then I will do, that sucks. Alright, then I will do,
Just hit him.
Did I use? Did I already? I haven't used any spell slots other than for Expeditious Retreat, right?
Nope.
All right. I'm going to do. I'll do Booming Blade on that guy.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
That's 7, 5, 15.
15?
Mhm.
You do not hit.
Well, we know 19 hits, so I mean,
Armor class gotta be at least 16.
it's gonna be in the between somewhere.
Then
You said these are
I'll-
armored, so they're more than normal orcs. So.
That was kind of creepy for a second.
Yeah. I was like, is someone coming to your door?
I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Alrighty. It is now the turn of Distance, who
Oh.
appears at the very edge of the map.
Yeah, you're at a distance.
The unsung hero, perhaps?
Oh! I don't get it.
Mass.
Does he bard?
Let's see.
I don't-
So,
what's a bard?
He's like, me and little Jimmy run away.
We're gonna start a new
I'm
life.
trying to figure out what to do with him. I think I'm gonna tell him
Tell him to
to keep taking notes.
sit in the
that
dirt
I
and
need
play with the dirt.
to help out. That I feel like there's some people that could use a little bit of encouragement, and so I tell him to hide there in the bushes, and I'll get him in a minute.
Okay.
He takes your
And
gold
I
and goes
need
back to the
to.
town.
How far away am I from Jakkar and Aurora?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares to move up and to the left.
So you're a little more than a turn away.
Don't you have
Wait,
Okay.
wait, what's your range on healing word?
60 feet.
So you'd be within range.
You can just move all the way up. You can move all the way up, Josh, and then heal, and then next turn you'll be able to move in closer to everybody.
Yeah. So so if I move as far as I possibly can,
It's
will I
6,
get
right?
range to do a 60 distance heal?
Oh yeah, more than that.
easily. Yeah,
You're
really
right
close.
here now. Right here, and Jack's there, and Jakkar's there, and Aurora's there. So
Okay. Yeah. Let me go ahead. I'm going to do because I'm not touching your mud. I'm gonna do my from a distance heal.
a distance heal from
Let's see,
distance.
so this one
From
is
a
gonna
distance.
be- it's healing word level 2, so that's 2d4s plus 3.
Okay.
So
2d4 plus 3, so I can possibly get 11 health back.
We got, that's D8, that's D4, and D4. So I got 3 plus 3, so I'm throwing 6 heal her way.
Wasn't it 2d4 plus 3?
Yeah.
So 9
So
heal?
I did 2d4, I got 3 plus 3. So it was 6 total.
Oh, okay. So the 2d4 made up 3. Okay.
Yes. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah. So you gave me 6 HP?
6 HP.
Right.
On the doggy.
Wait, on the dog?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were giving it to me.
You did ask to do Aurora, by the way.
You said, I thought you just said I don't want to touch that mud.
Yeah,
That's why you
Yeah,
cast
so
that.
that's
Oh,
why
that's
I
why
was
you did
doing
the
a
okay.
distance cast. I was doing,
Josh.
like, I'm not using my, I have to touch you to heal you.
Hey, Distance. Last week you gave me Bardic Inspiration, no? Didn't you? I forgot about
He
that.
did. He
I
gave
have one as
3
well.
people one before
Okay.
he
I don't
left.
know if you guys already used it,
I
but
haven't
yes,
used it,
spent
so
all
I just
3
remembered
before
it.
the fight.
I was gonna ask you for it, and then I remembered that you already gave it and I haven't used it. How does that work again? Is a
Just 1d6 added to an attack.
So
or
like
ability
on
roll.
this kind of situation, like if you're wanting to hit somebody or something, you
yeah.
would say, I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration, you add a d6 to
On my hit roll, right?
before you
Okay.
Attack roll.
basically.
Okay, cool. That's what I was making sure.
You could also roll it afterward.
As long as I guess, yeah.
We lost him.
We did.
Alright, so basically
Oh, he
add
turned off
6
his
to
video.
Aurora's health, and my turn, and then I'll turn back and look at Jimmy and give him a thumbs up.
See, Jimmy's the best of us, let's be honest.
He's everything that's good in the world. I'm surprised he didn't take all your gear and go back to town.
Raz! Wait, you just won. How'd that happen?
I'll be honest with you guys. I forgot that.
Josh, you turned your video off, by the way.
I think we lost him altogether.
Still shows he's there because it shows our screen.
Joshua?
Josh!
Distance!
Because it's lost on his end.
Maybe he like stepped out for a second because it was off right after his turn.
Yeah.
Josh!
Aurora's back to full HP though, which is good. Anyways.
The orc that was hit by the super magical hammer moves in on Raz. This is looking like an old-fashioned gangbang.
That old fashioned ass pummeling.
Hey.
He violently swings a great axe at you.
Oh shit.
However,
The
your
giant,
AC is 18, right?
Mhm.
Okay. However,
the giant ball of fucking metal.
his axe does nothing to the tin can of armor that is Razal Desh.
He's a walking set of plate. That's his.
I'm literally picturing though, like it's like standing next to him, just heaves this thing, and then he's standing there, just like.
I just want to have my.
I just imagine like in the cartoons where it shakes, he's just like ah.
I just want to look at where he hit me, and then I just like look at him.
Menacingly receives the aggro. Alright. It is his time! Maybe, I hope.
No, is this Sebastian? This fucking useless piece of shit.
Oh no.
God damn it.
failed again? If he trips and falls, I'm
Oh
done.
man.
I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery that I don't even have on it because I feel like I deserve to have it after all this bullshit.
It's his own special ability, vicious dickery.
No, that was Lurelion, and all of his abilities were Vicious Dickery. Even till his end.
Somebody check on Josh and see if it's Caleb, just hit the screen there.
Hey Josh, are you dead or not?
No, I'm here.
Oh, see
So you turned your video off.
Sebastian
Yeah.
runs forward and jumps straight over the fallen orc,
There you go.
However,
wielding a
Yeah,
maul
I switched it to
over
showing
both
my screen
over his
so you
head.
guys
He's
can
holding
see
it with
my-
both
my
hands
roll.
and attempts to come down on the orc with it. It turns to him and grabs the maul in midair and puts him down.
Sebastian, I thought you were good at fighting.
Correction. With one hand.
Jesus.
damn, he got wrecked.
Look, the strength.
Man,
Oh no.
This gas.
The
Oh,
gas
no.
chamber.
I'm in the right side of it.
Oh no.
Sebastian for you guys.
Oh no.
I don't think he needs it. He's already doing it to himself.
Why did she come? She comes in this room just to do it.
His permanent disadvantage.
Diver, go outside.
Go get a job.
Learn for it in the outside. It's terrible.
Oh, Zion, it's okay, baby girl.
It's really not
Oh,
okay.
it's not. Just hit me.
Be okay, baby girl.
Woo!
It's thick.
When no one will get that.
That's
Pungent. It stings the nostrils.
I'm gonna get a necklace made of like those car tree things just to hang your ear so I don't die of the stench.
How soon is it my turn?
Like a couple turns, I think.
This would be a good time to.
I will block the
Ben, can you
pass
spin
in
around
my
and
face.
throw me that flashlight real quick?
I will
That's gonna
block.
be hit the forehead with it.
Come on.
Great. Okay. The orc from his pedestal, while still on his knees, manages to stand up, and he hucks a javelin at Altarine.
Oh god.
It finds its mark on his chest plate, however, it bounces off. It's pretty thick armor, apparently.
Shoddy thick.
But, he definitely feels it.
Yeah.
And deals 9 damage.
Jesus. Jada.
Who just got hit?
The dude that came
Oh,
out.
okay.
If you need any altering, ask for help.
It's fucked up.
Jokes.
The head orc lieutenant, or so you think,
Oh god.
also brandishes his great axe and swings wildly at Desh. However, he misses in his flurry of nothingness.
You love to see it.
It is now Jakkar's turn!
Wait, did we skip Gorram again?
No,
No.
Oh, you're after. Okay.
there's just too many people in this rotation.
If a spell has material components, do we have to have those? Is
Okay, okay.
that something we're doing?
All right,
If you
I
have
want
a
my.
focus, you do not.
I'm sorry?
If you have a focus, you do not. But you do.
Jakkar, get out my seat.
There's
Jakkar,
verbal,
Get out, my Jakkar.
and material.
Get out,
I don't know
Mickey
if
Mouse.
we have material or not.
Gorram, you have,
Is it my turn?
Mhm.
Are all still
what the
alive?
hell is it?
All three?
There's also that one up there. That's me. Doing the KS.
You have a focus for, it's some sort. I know that you have one.
Oh, my healing, or my symbol, right? Is that what you're talking
Yes, yeah, so.
yeah, so what I'm asking, are we, if something has verbal, somatic, and material, are we, do we need all three? Or-
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, the verbal is obviously
Yeah.
word of mouth.
Right.
Somatic, as long as you have one open hand,
Okay.
you can use somatic because it requires gestures. And then the material is obviously
Unless you're a
materials.
warcaster.
Right.
Alright. It's my turn, right?
Yeah. It's your turn.
Alright, cool.
And Aurora's.
And Aurora's. Mine and Aurora's turn. She has what speed? She has 40. Yeah. Each one's 5, right? Not 10?
Yes.
Yes,
Four.
5.
It is 5.
1. No, she can't reach him. Okay. I'm going to ensnaring strike the orc chieftain.
Okay.
As it seems.
As my bonus action,
Okay.
and that is 1d6.
What is the saving throw?
It is dexterity.
Dexterity. And you're aiming at the chieftain?
Yes.
Okay. What is your spell save DC?
Spell save DC is. What is my spell save DC?
I think it's 13. I think we
Yeah,
established
we
that last
established.
time.
Oh, yeah. Spell attack bonus. Oh, spell save DC is 8. What does that mean?
Doesn't seem right. I thought we established it was 13.
Is it that plus
What's
a
your
modifier?
spellcasting ability modifier? Is it wisdom? charisma? I think it's wisdom.
Where would I see that?
I have your spell save DC as a 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It'd be 10 plus his proficiency.
Well, it's 8 plus
Proficiency,
proficiency and
yeah.
plus,
Yeah, it's 12.
okay, so
Okay,
what does
it's
that mean?
12.
So that guy has to roll higher than a 12?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's
I
not
do
bad.
have a question though.
Yes.
Your ensnaring strike.
Mm-hmm.
Does that require a hit first?
No. I don't think, but I will double check for you.
Well, it's a concentration spell, so it should
Yeah.
work
So
as
the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack. So I wouldn't cast it until you've actually hit it. That's the purpose of it. You hit and then choose to activate it. It's kind of like that.
No, it's a concentration, so it works like a smite. You use the bonus action to activate it, and then he has, I think it's a minute. Is it a minute or 10 minutes?
1 minute
So
concentration.
then he has 10 rounds to hit a creature with a weapon attack.
No, this is just the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack, the target must succeed on a strength save or be restrained until the spell ends.
Correct, but it's a concentration, so it works the same way as a smite.
Right, but he still needs to hit the target.
Correct, but it's
Yeah.
a concentration because he activates it, launches an
While
attack.
restrained by-
Yeah.
But he can't he can't activate it if he hits or misses or not. He has to activate it beforehand. When I was researching paladins, I promise that's how it works. Because it's a concentration, so that way, like if he misses this attack and he gets hit with a javelin, he has to do a Constitution saving throw in order to keep the concentration on ensnaring strike if he misses the shot.
So
And then it goes away.
I get that, but it still says the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack.
Correct, but it's a buff. So he buffs
Right.
himself with ensnaring
But
strike.
he still needs to hit. It's not whether he hits or not. He has to hit.
Correct. That's in
Okay.
order for ensnaring strike to work. What I'm saying is that it's a concentration, so it's a
Right.
buff.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah, but you were saying that you say when he hits it, if he hits or misses, that he uses it.
I mean, honestly, it's a bonus action, so he could just do it.
Yeah, so I don't
Regardless.
want to do that on him. Right? Because like if I'm not going to attack him, he won't take any damage.
All I'm saying is I would just wait until you actually hit someone and then cast it as a
Well,
bonus
I'm not going to cast it on like this lowly minion because I only get it once.
Okay.
Right?
Didn't
That's
you just say you were attacking the big guy?
No. Well, I was going to ensnaring strike him, and then hit an arrow at the other guy, so that guy's bound.
That's what you're getting at.
So that guy was bound, but if he's not going to be bound until I actually attack him, then that doesn't matter. So I'm going to shoot an arrow at the guy up on the rock up there. Well, first I'm going to move us both up onto that's a rock, right?
The one right here?
Yeah, in front of us. Yeah. So we want to climb up on top of the rock.
You and Aurora?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you can basically get up onto the edge of it.
Yeah, that's fine. And then her right next to me, if we do that.
Lunge.
Yes. And then I want to shoot an arrow at homie up on that rock up there.
Okay.
And I'm going to hunter's mark it first.
Okay.
And that's not going to hit, so that's just going to be a hella miss.
What was the roll?
Was it 2? 9?
Gotcha. You loose an arrow in the direction of the orc, and even though he's struggling to move, you still see him to miss.
He was prone, wasn't he?
Yeah, do I get
He
advantage?
stood up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he stood up last round.
He
Did
had a
he?
full turn, yeah.
Wait, he stood up and...
He's
Threw
gone
his
twice since
javelin?
last time. Yeah.
No, the last time he hit me with a javelin. I had the javelin.
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
hand.
you can
You
still
promise
get
me
up.
You
And
can get up after he...
It's just movement. It's not
He's
an
just
action.
standing, yeah.
I thought standing was an
Yeah.
action.
No, it's movement.
It's part of your movement.
It's half of your movement.
Gotcha, okay. So he's not at disadvantage.
Well, he wouldn't be with range anyway. If they're down, you actually get disadvantage shooting them. Fun fact: you only get advantage if you're doing melee.
Be like in prone.
Gotcha, okay.
So it's actually better that he wasn't down.
Well, either way, it didn't matter.
Alright.
Feels bad.
Altarine, seeing that you missed with your arrow, he feels he should finish the job. However, he misses just as miserably.
These two, what are they good for?
Alternate, speak up. What are you doing?
Oh, right.
Gives you the finger.
Plot twist: I couldn't see him do the finger because I'm behind a rock. Get wrecked. I can't see or hear him. Heyo.
Feels bad.
The orc, in response to your arrow, throws a javelin at perhaps the one thing you love more than yourself.
Me?
No.
He aims it at Sadie, and she's able to dodge it swiftly.
She's still baring her teeth and her hair is bristling.
What do you mean? The thing he loves more himself. It should have been me.
Sadie took your place.
Sadie?
Yeah, that will.
Oh fuck, that's Austin's.
Yeah, who the fuck is
That's
Sadie?
Austin's. Aurora. I'm sorry, there are 2 wolves in my life.
Nani?
Many?
Akalius. It's your turn. I'm fucking up right now.
Hey,
guys.
Akalius.
Hey, yo, Callus.
Alright, so I'm going to move. How much movement do I have? 5 squares,
You
right?
get like 4. Like 2 squares.
I get 1 square. Alright,
You get
so
like half a square.
I'm going to move 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
you hide no more.
Nope. I want
You
to
wouldn't
play.
have that issue if you moved up last time.
Hey, you can move up all these nuts. I'm gonna take a javelin and I'm gonna.
How many do you have now?
I used 3,
Yeah.
so now I have 11. Because remember I bought all those from
You
the
bought
guy
like 10.
for this purpose,
Mhm.
and they're all in here, so I'm gonna pick
Just
them up
making sure
later.
you keep track of them.
And there's one right there. Yeah, take one off.
He
right
literally
now.
has a barrel of javelins.
I literally do. I don't.
I don't know why you guys keep this shit.
I'm a.
You need to get a kid and have the kid follow you around.
Everyone just has a Jimmy.
Hey Josh.
Like a golf caddy.
I'm gonna,
Hand me my shorts.
how do you feel about Jimmy being my javelin carrier?
I'm okay with that.
He's gonna be
He's
like
like the
that
flag
backpack.
boy.
Remember that backpack thing? He's gonna sit on my back and just hand me javelins all day long. Alright, so I'm gonna
You
take
could get
out.
someone to construct something like that if you really wanted it.
Gorram, make me a backpack that I can hold a child. And he just gives me just
Gives me javelin.
Here you go, sir. Akalius, here you go. He has it prepped. I just grab it and go like that. Alright, so I'm gonna take my javelin. I'm gonna throw it at that one up there because he's being a real dickhead.
Yeah, he is.
Um,
You hit him.
Douche snozzle.
So
You show him that he's a dickhead.
You show him that he's the wiener face.
so I'm going to use my bardic inspiration on that one. I mean,
What'd
it's
you roll?
a 15.
Okay.
I think that's like just about. Or I just want to make sure. It's a D6, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that is a 17 to hit.
You hit.
Cool.
Ooh, 17.
Where are 2d6s?
You're throwing it at the one on the rock, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want him to die.
Wait, you're throwing it the one. That one is normal one. 15 would hit.
You already used it.
I used that. I wasn't sure. I can't remember if it was 15 or 16.
Hey guys.
Wait, no. No, mine would have hit.
Alright, it's 10.
No, mine would have hit.
15 points of damage.
Bardic
How would you like to end the poor creature with 1 health left?
So after seeing him trying to throw a javelin at Aurora, I'm very pissed off. And as I throw the javelin, I say, "This one's for you, girl," and just throw it straight through it. And I throw it with such force it goes through his head, outside the other, and just keeps going. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose.
Just
that javelin.
literally keeps going.
And it goes around.
Bloody,
Rumor
those
has it.
lifeless
Has the javelin still
and
flying?
falls down to the ground.
Some say the javelin still goes to this day.
It like cuts to like 3 days later, and a peaceful town
Just a javelin ready to enter, just flying, taking out.
just
the
like
children.
geese and like birds, just like.
It's like a big
And then-
shish kebab.
Before I end my turn, I'm gonna bow and look at Sebastian and be like, "You're useless." And I'm gonna-
No, but seriously.
but seriously, he talked all that shit before about.
Yeah.
I killed these orcs. What have you done?
My man just
Go
jumped
on,
in and
Sam.
got palmed like a basketball.
You got LeBron.
I'm confused about the spells real quick. So if it has more than one, so verbal, somatic, and material, do I need to use one of the 3 or all 3?
All 3.
All 3. Okay. Let's see.
Spellcasting, how does it work?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess I'm just gonna move right here
Okay.
and cast Sacred Flame on this one right here.
Sacred Flame! Sacred Flame! Cast your attack spell.
It's actually a DC. You have to roll for
It's
it.
a dexterity one.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that.
That's okay. We got you.
Cast the sacredest of flames.
It's so sacred.
Alright, it definitely hits.
Alright.
I'd like for you to
3.
roll it again.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's a natural 1 right there.
6.
Alright. So, You cast Sacred Flame and a torrent of fire sprouts up at his feet. He gets so scared that he actually jumps up like he saw a mouse. And it causes him to get hit right in the middle of the cyclone of fire that forms around him.
Sacred flame.
Taking 9 damage.
Nice. And that's the end of my turn.
End of his
Spiritual
turn.
weapon, I
End of
think
his
that is
turn.
gone. So it lasted 1 minute. The duration was 1 minute.
1 minute?
Each round is 6 seconds. Like
Cast
full
Cure Wounds on
round.
myself. I can't.
Yeah, so it's still good.
Yeah.
I thought each of our turns were 6.
No, one
Yeah,
whole
you know,
one whole
oh.
duration is 6
Because like
hours.
picture in real life, you'd all just be punching each other,
What you get?
and everyone would get a punch in
I know,
like
you
within a
can't do it.
second. So
Alright, well, my
Yeah.
spiritual weapon
Yeah.
is still next to him, so I want to attack with that.
yes, sir.
Yeah, let's see what that was. That was a 1d8 plus 2, but it's a. To his plus 4. 16?
16, and you're aiming for
This
that
one,
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
my
does
range
not hit.
Not hit. Alright.
my range is 1 minute, and it says 10 rounds. So yeah, you're good for a
Okay.
while.
This time, as the hammer comes down, he seems more prepared, and he actually punches it with his mighty fist and deflects it.
Damn, super metal.
He grabs it and uses it against you, beating you with the holy weapons.
But it's inflatable, so it bends and whacks him on the dome.
He seems really freaking mad at Sebastian.
What? Why?
Because he's so
He
used.
doesn't like him. Something about how light he was when he held him in his one hand.
I don't like your face.
Made him really hate
I'll
him.
use my reaction to do an opportunity attack on him.
Okay.
Get whacked and nerd. Get whacked.
18.
It does not hit.
Damn.
Wait, 18?
18 didn't hit.
Holy dicks.
Oh my god.
Alright, boys, I'm about to start fucking pooping my pants.
Jesus.
Almost as if he didn't give a shit that you just tried to hit him with a sword.
Which one was that? Was that
He
the boss?
continues
No.
to swing
The
at
armored
Sebastian. Sebastian, however, is prepared for the attack and manages to dodge it like he's out of some crazy movie where they dodge bullets, whatever those are.
What's a bullet?
And he misses.
Damn. We have to roll
18.
19
It has to be
high.
like a 19 or a 20 armor class, dude.
As long as I roll a 15 or higher, I'll be good. But I have to roll a 15.
Distance! It's your turn!
Alright, I want to throw some vicious mockery at the big boy. I want to say that his face looks like it caught fire and someone tried to put it out with a hammer.
Ooh, so he's in line, so he can actually
What's
see it.
what's the DC for that? What type?
13. A wisdom saving throw.
Ooh,
13.
Wisdom of 13. Wow, okay.
That's good for a orc. Wisdom is ass. Or is it their intelligence that's ass? Or both.
For whatever reason, he seems to be paying way more attention to Sebastian than you, and your vicious taunts seem to do nothing.
Alright, I'm going to hide behind the rock that Jakkar's up on.
How much did you move him?
4 square
Wait, he
is
didn't do
6.
anything?
So I guess technically you can go right behind him.
So he could get like right there. Oh, you moved him
As long
4?
as
Yeah,
like
so
if
he
they
has
try
2
throwing
movement.
a
So
javelin
he
or
can get
something,
there.
then
Yeah.
I got a rock in front of me instead of just like out there. That makes sense.
I mean, there's like 5 people in front of you, so the likelihood is not very high.
Yeah, but if they do, I'm one shot.
Distance, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I used all my bonus actions at the beginning, so no.
Okay. Raz, it's your turn.
Who goes after me?
Aurora.
Aurora, is that
It's gonna be the big guy.
The Imperial Captain? He
Huh?
goes after me?
No, that guy.
Wasn't that the one that just attacked Sebastian?
Yeah, the Imperial Captain's one directly in front of him.
Oh no, sorry. This was the one I got hit. Oh fuck, I attacked the wrong person. Oh well. We'll just not give him a turn.
The Imperial Captain or the...
No, this is definitely the guy that would have normally gone after you. However, we're gonna skip that, so we'll say it's him.
That goes out. When does the Imperial Captain go?
I don't know.
Who goes after? Who's the next player after me?
After you?
Yeah.
Sebastian.
Look at that pile of bodies. man.
Passion's next one.
It's literally useless.
Oh, I don't want to waste that.
Wait, did Altarine? He murdered that orc up. Oh no, you
No,
did.
I did.
You did.
Somebody had
Javelin.
it. Y'all were just
In all
whipping.
fairness, Altarine got him down to 1 health.
In
So.
all fairness, I killed them. They had 2 opportunities to attack and they missed.
Yes.
I don't miss apparently.
Alright, so that's Sebastian Gorram. Instead of attacking, I'm going to use a special action and shove that guy prone.
Okay. So you're gonna have to give me a strength check.
It's going to be. Is it? Well, wouldn't it be athletics for?
No, it's definitely a strength check.
Just strength.
Strength for
So then 14.
14. All right. He is unaffected.
Yeah.
You rush at him and you bounce off of his back.
Feels bad.
Yeah, I'll have my turn.
Okay.
Gorram. Nice, right?
I think I just went, shouldn't I?
Did you? Yeah, he did.
Oh shit.
I'm okay.
He did. Oh, he did.
Oh, he did.
Seeing a potential opportunity, the other heavily armored orc rushes at Raz, and as Raz Al-Desh bounces off of the back of the other heavily armored orc, he actually kind of stumbles and falls a little bit before recovering, and as he actually falls, he sees a great axe swing right over his face.
I cast shield.
Oh,
It
missed
didn't
you.
hit you.
Oh, it didn't hit me?
No.
Oh, my bad.
I can't feel.
He ends his turn. Finally seeing a moment
Sebastian, this is your time.
where he can prove his worth.
Okay.
And he misses.
He trips him.
Sometimes it's more trouble.
You're gonna really fucking throw me.
Sebastian weaves around the heavily armored orc, going straight for the captain. He slices him across the side and then does a pirouette around his back and swings at the back of his thigh, connecting both times, dealing 21 damage.
Hey.
Oh my god, Sebastian.
I'm gonna go kill soon.
He's now over here.
Or chop.
And he actually
Good work.
uses the rest of his movement to disengage and get to a safe distance.
At distance.
Distance. Look at fucking all-terrain over there. He's like an all-terrain vehicle out in the swamp.
Out in the swamp doing nothing.
Get out of my swamp. He's not even in the battle. Like, he couldn't even do anything if he wanted to. I guess he could fire arrows in there, but it's like, he could hit Raz Al-Desh at this point. Can't even see.
I mean, kind of, he has your role, you know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to kind of keep some, you know, some distance to him, you know?
Distance.
Shoot his, you know, his little arrows.
Distance. Yeah. Pirouette.
Super pissed off. The leader of the orcs turns around
Oh yeah. 5-inch.
to
Use
go
my
at
reaction and do an opportunity attack.
Go ahead,
I
man.
will use Warcaster and do Toll the Dead instead.
Okay.
Warcaster allows me to cast a cantrip as a reaction instead of a or actually I'll use my reaction and do Booming Blade instead.
Okay.
That'll still impart the movement, so he should take the damage as well. Correct.
Say what?
Booming Blade.
What about it?
Since he was within 5 feet of me, if I cast it on him as he's leaving and then he still moves, that should impart both the 1d8 and the 1d8 for moving if it hits, right?
I mean, he was like right there, so I mean, what's the radius on the circle? Is it just right around him?
Well, it's a 5 foot range, so I mean,
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Well, if it hits. No, didn't I? That's a 13.
He hears loud crackling sounds coming from behind him. However, he seems not to care as much as he perhaps should have.
Remember that one time
And
you said
continues
it wasn't
forward.
the curse table?
Dun, 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 dun.
Dude, what would happen if we moved back in there? I wonder. Would your rolls get better? You never had these bad nights before that. We came in here.
I mean,
Actually, I think the first night we came in here was the night you had all the 2s, right?
Probably.
I don't know.
I think it
The
was.
cursed room.
I don't know about you guys. I'm doing quite well.
I mean, it's like really hard for you to not do damage.
I mean, I get a
He
plus
swings
5, so
wildly at Sebastian, and Sebastian ducks under his great axe, and it misses him. He seems to have cut a groove.
I'm glad to see you still have your head.
Jakkar, it's your turn.
Alright. So, the orc leader is now facing away from me. So I get advantage on attacks to him, right? So, I would like to Hunter's Mark him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I also want to cast Ensnaring Strike, but I do that after it hits, or do I gotta cast it first?
You can
I
ask
mean,
it if you
from
want to
my
hit with that
understanding,
arrow.
it's a bonus action. So if you hit, you just ensnare him. It's
Well, you
almost as
also-
if it was like
But if you use
loaded
your
with the
Hunter's Mark, that
spell.
also is your bonus action, so you can't use Ensnaring Strike in the same turn. So just
Yeah,
be
you only
aware
get
of that.
one bonus action per turn.
So you can do Hunter's Mark, shoot him, and then save your Ensnaring Strike for one of the other ones if you want. Because that one took 21 points of damage already, so just be
The
aware of
boss
that.
did?
Yeah.
Sebastian
Sebastian gave him the dick. So
Okay. Well then, let's just Hunter's. Wait, no, because my Ensnaring Strike is 1d. It doesn't matter. They're both, but yeah, the 1d6 takes. Yeah, we'll just Hunter's Mark him, and then I get advantage. Plus, I have my Bardic Inspiration if I really
if you really
need to.
if you get in a bind, yeah. In a mana bind.
So that's 15, but then I also have, or I can just. That doesn't matter. I get advantage anyway. So. All right, that's a 22.
You definitely hit.
Yeah, 22 to hit, and I'm not going to use my.
work.
I'm not going to use my. Yeah, good work. That's without using my inspiration, so I'm just going to keep hold of that. This I can never remember. This is 3. That's 6, and then. These D8 and D6 rolls are so bad. 8. That's 8 damage.
1d8.
Huh?
Say what again?
It is 8 damage.
Total?
8
Okay.
total. The rolls are so bad that like it's a good thing I had advantage because I wouldn't hit him. Again.
Well, if you used your
Even with a
inspiration, you would have.
And you used Ensnaring Strike?
No, I used
Hunter's Mark?
Hunter's Mark on it.
Oh, okay. Did you calculate the damage that was in the 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
The day was
It's just 8 damage.
it was 6. Yeah, 6 and then 2, so 8.
Oh,
Two-
you
two
hit,
for-
you add your dex modifier to the actual arrow hit as well. Did you do that?
Well, it's +3, right?
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
rolled a 1d8, you got a 3.
Three.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
okay.
3 and then 3 and then 2.
Okay.
So it's 8 total.
So you did 8 damage. Alright. And
And he laughed at it. Your puny arrow did not do anything.
Jakkar lobs an arrow straight into the back of the leader orc. He seems perturbed.
Perturbed.
But unaffected.
I mean, he took 8 damage.
Yay!
He only took 30 damage so far, so I mean, close to being dead, hopefully.
Orc War Chief.
War chef.
War Chief.
He's a war chef. Like Chef
Cut my
War.
life into pieces.
Like Chef
War.
War.
That's the sport.
Into pieces. This is a plastic sword.
Altarine aims his arrow high and shoots it in a high arc, and it comes down straight upon the neck of the leader of the orcs, dealing 11 damage. He still stands.
How does Altrain and Sebastian like roll these attack rolls, and we're over here like rolling 3s and 4s? Like,
Speak
not
for
hitting.
yourself.
I'm just saying.
let the fighter do the fighting.
Akalius, it's your turn.
Alright. Do you guys want me to kill the orc leader, or do you want me to start attacking the heavy things?
I mean, the orc leader's taking the most damage, so maybe if we kill him, we can demoralize the other two.
Alright, I'm gonna pull a javelin and get advantage on the orc leader then, because he's still facing away.
You can kind of see out of the corner of his eye.
Not if I move here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now he can't see me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take out my javelin. So let's roll these. Well, look, can someone please do this? 2 19s.
So you don't hit.
So 24 to hit. So I guess I roll damage. Just stop looking at me like that.
Hey man, at least somebody's hitting them.
That's 8 plus
Can I get some one shots in the chat, boys?
11 points of
Keep your
damage.
hands in the chin.
How do you want to end him?
Oh, the orc chief, take him out, boy.
Alright, so I am going to, very similar, I just feel like being very dark and cynical tonight. I'm going to just take the javelin, cover it in necrotic energy, and I'm going to throw it straight through his back, like where his chest is. It's going to come out of his chest.
And hit Sebastian in the face.
Yes, and kill Sebastian too, because fuck that guy. So he's going to grab his chest from the front as the necrotic energy just eats away his skin and his bones, and he just collapses. And then as he collapses, I'm looking straight at Sebastian. I'm like, that's how it's done.
He falls dead.
Rip, war chief. And then in Orcish, I'm going to yell, your leader falls, you will fall next. And then I have my turn.
Alright, so can we agree in the next campaign that someone has to be a barbarian or we're never gonna make it?
I'm going to play a barbarian every single campaign I play.
Big group of barbarians
Yeah.
with javelins. And kids follow.
Everyone just raging.
Yeah.
The whole group of just raging dwarves. Raging dwarf barbarians.
Do you know how many turns we've done, Ben?
Well, I think
So far,
we did
4.
like the
Okay.
the whole bard group where we're a big band, but if we did a metal band, we could be barbarians and be like a monomarth.
Yeah, we just play, we multi-class barbarians. Barbarians.
Is
Barbarians.
it an action to drop my shield? Like, what is that bonus action? Does that even matter?
Like to
I
put it
don't
away?
think so. I think you just dropped if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop my shield. And I'm gonna move up and attack him. Two-handed.
Where's your spiritual weapon? Is it?
It's
Ow.
still right
Still
here.
here.
Okay.
It's hanging out. We gotta get a floating weapon thing. No big deal, you only have to hit a 19.
What?
There's 2.
Just 2 orcs left? Okay.
Yeah.
6 total to hit.
Jesus.
You swing heavily at the orc. However, he's able to weave backwards, and you miss him.
Unbelievable.
And then with my spiritual weapon, I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
Also, and that is another fail. So I got a total of 10 on that one.
He seems really annoyed with your hammer at this moment. He's just not happy.
He's gonna-
I'm
Don't
going
you
with
mean-
hammer.
Don't you mean that floating squeaky toy?
Yeah. And that is it for me.
Oh, wait.
I just picture this big like inflatable hammer, and it's like.
The heavily armored orc nearest Raz swings at him with his great axe, making contact.
Oh, you shield.
All right. What does that go up to?
23.
He's just barely able to knock it out of the way.
Wow, get wrecked.
Before it goes at his tin can innards. It wanted the beans.
One of the beans. Not only do they have impossible to hit armor class, they can also hit 24s.
Meanwhile, we're over here rolling like 6s.
Yeah, that sucks. I hate these.
Distance!
Oh, he didn't hit him. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
You're if you need to know, you're right here.
yes. So,
And then the
what
orcs
I
are
want
like-
to do is I am a little bit embarrassed, a little bit angry that my last vicious mockery did not hit, and I'm not wanting to be embarrassed in front of my new child. So I am going to jump up on the rock in front of Jakkar, and I'm going to yell at both the orcs
squishiest kind of
I kind of want the attention, so you can attack. I'm a tank. Use that fucking.
They definitely.
That one hero that just gets aggro from everything.
They definitely get distracted by your rock sesh and are now looking at you in awe.
He's so cool.
I want to be in his band.
Oh, no, orc.
Singing the song of Wonder Boy and Young Nasty Man.
Hell.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
And unfortunately now they're all looking right at me. Because I'm standing right behind me.
Excellent. And so, insane.
And cut.
I mean, technically, you could do something now.
I mean, that was his action.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I just did a rock performance. Are you kidding me? I'm
And he
exhausted.
got their attention away from you.
Encore.
The orcs would like to roll for merch. We have merch.
Yeah. They were like,
Raz, it's your turn.
it's time for you to razzle dazzle them.
I'm gonna toll the dead, the one on my right. It's a wisdom saving throw against a spell save DC of 12.
Alright.
15.
I feel bad for how much they're negating Raz right now.
It is what it is.
You want to come here and see this?
No.
I didn't plan for the whole thing.
No, I did not.
Roll a 19.
Entertaining.
Really bad. So he resists.
He resists it.
Does not look amused.
He's not having a good time tonight. It's alright, it'll probably get better when Jack's DM.
Doubt it. I want to be ruthless. I'm gonna kill everybody.
Everybody. I
Everybody.
just gotta get to level 15 and I'm unkillable. That's the only thing.
Oh, I ain't gonna let you get there.
I don't think you have a choice.
Gorram,
Yes.
you went, right?
I did, yeah. I failed miserably.
Yes.
That's right. You missed. A swing and a miss.
Both times.
A swing and a miss.
Swing that hammer, swing it.
Oh my god.
The orc that you attacked swings at you, and you do the exact same maneuver as if to taunt him. And
You
he
enter the
misses as well.
matrix.
Squid one?
Just so everyone knows, I get to even use my sword. Since I'm here outside.
I'm just chucking javelin.
I'm a ranged carry.
Chucking javelins, bruh.
I used 6 total javelins in this fight.
Wait, we killed the... Alright, that's cool, okay.
You're all closer here. I was picking up what I'm doing.
Sebastian rushes at the orc in front of Gorram.
A cluster of bodies.
He slices right across the back of his knee, cutting off his leg practically. And as he buckles and falls to the ground, he stands up above him and stabs straight down at the base of his neck, skewering him, dealing 30 damage and causing his death.
Jesus Christ.
What? Sebastian, where was that damage from? Jeez.
Hey, you finally got one.
I've been working on this guy for like 5 rounds.
He just comes in and like,
Sebastian's a level 30 fighter.
Yeah. what's going on? So there's only one left.
There's one left.
There can be only one.
And it's Jakkar's turn.
Alright, well, I'm gonna ensnaring strike. Oh, wait, is that guy facing me? Of course he is, because I have a bard standing next to me that got his attention.
I mean, he was facing that way anyway.
Yeah, I know.
So.
Alright, I'm gonna ensnaring strike him. If I can land an attack. Well, what's the bardic inspiration give me? Is it a
It's
roll?
an extra 6, extra d6.
I have to roll it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to roll it right now before anything happens.
Before I say, what roll is that?
Did you roll a 3? It's not gonna happen.
I know. So 16. If you just hit max, yeah, I missed. It's fucking stupid.
I shoot and a miss.
Yeah.
That's what you get on this.
Like, what's the point? Why wait 15 minutes just for me to roll a 3? I don't understand. Like, let's just, we'll just skip it. We'll just skip my turn, and then I won't have to worry about it.
I feel like
Well, that's why there's two of you. You said
I'm
you
having a
Oh,
blast.
okay.
What about you guys?
We got
Bad dice rolls.
yeah, we got one person doing
You're not
damage.
making me sad right now. Now there's two. Sebastian coming in clutch.
I mean, finally. The man's been on the ground half the fucking
He literally
fight.
starts with a trip.
It's so sad. It's funny because I rolled the d20 4 times before I got to my turn. I rolled 2 17s, an 18, and an 11.
That's what you get, man. You
And
just
then I
don't
rolled
call
it and
rock.
got a 3.
You got all your good RNG on the way.
Altarine, feeling pretty cocky at his last arrow shot, tries the same thing. The rainbow arc up in the sky, and it falls like 30 feet short.
Nice, dude.
It is now Akalius' turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use my movement to get right in front. So it's 5 squares. 1, 2, 3,
Alright, this
4,
was the one. This is dead.
5. So I'm right in front of this guy.
Wait, did you go around the back of the rock? Oh no, yeah, you
Yeah,
moved
went
up in
this
here.
way.
I remember that.
So I'm going to be right there.
He came up over here.
So I'm finally going to use my sword. I'm going to
Fucking
take my
nerd.
sword. And then I'm going to attack that orc. And that's the heavily armored one, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to attack recklessly, so. And that is a 19 to hit.
Oh my god.
It does hit.
Alright, so it's 2d6 plus 5 for the sword. Woo! That is a 14 plus my my Divine Fury, so that's a. Woo, that's 7, so that's 21 points of damage.
You swing violently. Some could say recklessly
Oh!
with your sword. Where did you want to hit it?
Right in the center.
You hit it dead center with your great sword, and it actually does manage to cut through the armor and slices open his abdomen. You can see blood start to pour out, and it deals 21 points of damage.
And then what I want to do as well is while the sword's inside of him, I want to look him right in the eyes. And then Orcish tell him.
You want to kiss him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually. I'm gonna,
In Orcish.
in Orcish, I'm going to tell him, I'm going to look him right in the eyes and tell him that he's fucked.
He looks back at you and growls through his big old orc teeth.
I'm going to take those later too once you're dead. And then I show him my necklace.
He don't give a fuck. He don't care about your necklace.
It's cool. His teeth are going to be on him pretty soon.
Gorram, it's your turn.
Alright.
I believe
Can I,
you.
can I even get to him through all these bodies? Like, how can I do that?
You can kind of navigate your way through.
Okay. What do
Plus, you can share a square with
okay.
with Raz there.
You can share a score with me. We could be 2 little
Yeah,
dwarves
you
just
can
whacking
raise
at this
the
guy.
Right there. And then I'm going to attack two-handed.
You attack two-handed.
Just 2 orcs giving it all. Do you want to try mine?
I gotta make
Can't
this
use
work.
another man's box.
If he invites you to.
16
there you go.
plus 6, 22.
You hit
Alright.
There we go.
two-handed.
1d8, I believe. It's been so long since I've hit anything.
Which feels the
1d8
same.
plus 4. Okay. Here we go. Please not another 1. No, I'm sorry, 1d10.
Wait, yeah, I was gonna say I thought the other was D10.
Yeah. Fuck.
Unbelievable.
6 total.
You swing as hard as you can with your warhammer, and you strike him in the ribs. And while he doesn't seem to act like anything happened, you probably cracked one. It dealt 6 damage, but he continues to fight.
Of course he does.
And
Does
does
Ross-
spiritual weapon, is that still up?
Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, definitely.
Can I move it right there and then attack him with it?
Would he get advantage if it's behind him? Or I don't know how spiritual
I don't know
weapon
how
works.
that works.
I probably wouldn't on a weapon like that.
Yeah, fuck you on that. I just didn't know.
Can I attack with it?
Yeah, you can attack with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the 1d8.
Squeaky toy or metal hammer? Which is gonna be?
Why not both?
A metal squeaky toy.
19 to hit.
Ooh.
It does
finally,
hit.
let's go.
Ooh, there we go.
An 8
Yeah.
Plus 2, right?
10.
plus 2, 10.
Damage.
Ooh,
Hey,
nice.
not a squeaky toy anymore, boys.
like a haunted chess piece. Once more, the giant mallet moves its way toward the heavily armored orc. It comes right in front of him, about 6 feet away from its hinge point, and falls directly on him, dealing 10 damage.
Damn.
He seems very daunted. He's perhaps on his last breath.
Alright, Distance, it's your turn to come up there and kill Seal.
Come on, buddy. You got this.
It is not Distance's turn.
Oh, it's around.
Don't worry, he'll find a way.
It's not your turn yet, Distance.
I'm just kidding.
But I have stuff I want to do.
It's not your turn. What's your AC, Caleb?
Mine, it's 14.
14. He turns to you,
Get fucked.
and probably because, you talked all that shit to him earlier. Last ditch effort. He swings his great axe at you.
Dealing.
25.
But your rage starts
Yeah,
out.
so. I haven't taken any damage.
And
at
because
all
he's
yet.
been so weak, probably, he manages to make contact with your chest plate, but it really doesn't feel like it's his full strength, and it only does 5 damage to you.
So it does 2 damage to me?
It does 3 damage to you.
It does 3 damage to me. It hits me, and then I spit in his face.
And then he goes like this.
and,
And licks it up.
and then I
Alias, no!
and then I tell him I can't wait to wear his teeth around my necklace.
Looks like your midget's hanging from me.
Raz.
Oh, you
Actually,
bite.
no, I'm sorry, it's Distance's turn.
Oh, damn it.
Kill
Kill stealing legend.
I really did not mean to do that. That was so bad. I wanted this to be you. I wanted this to be you.
Hey, there's still a chance he might miss.
It's
Yeah,
true.
that's true, that's
But
true.
let's be honest, he won't because he always gets the last time.
He gets the last laugh, as it were.
Alright, so what I want to do, I want to slide down off the rock, run up to him and jump on his back.
But you're on your back.
Jab my my rapier
How far can you move?
right
6 squares?
into his neck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess he can move there just enough. God damn it, of course.
With my rapier, I have +4, so I would be at a 16 for my
Alright.
attack.
Ooh, yes.
You try to stab at him with your rapier because that's what rapiers are good for, is stabbing. However, his armor is too thick and your sword bounces off of it.
Rip.
Raz, it's your turn!
You
Look!
got this.
I mean,
It's your
You got
turn!
this.
Finish him!
Oh, blade.
I searched through the orc captain's body.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Did I find anything?
What? Why are you not killing the other guy?
He sees you bend down to search his captain's body, and probably because he's actually kind of dumbfounded, he lazily threw his axe, but it went right through.
Oh, that's not good.
Thing.
Oh shit.
I don't want to look at it.
What is it?
I don't want to look at it.
How did that fall off the corner?
I don't know.
Pick it up.
I'm scared. I don't want it. That was definitely a cracking noise. I don't want to touch it.
How did it fall off the edge?
Oh god. Oh god, I don't want to look.
Josh.
Oh. We're good.
And it's military spec. I don't understand how it fell off there though.
I don't know.
What is that doing? It's still falling.
I can't. Oh, this thing is kind of loose now.
Here, pass it over here.
You see the chieftains, people lightly, but you see the leader's great axe. However, you also see what seems to be a ceremonial spear. Perhaps it has some sort of significance to him, symbolizing him as the leader. And he also has a bag of 50 gold on his person,
50 gold.
which you snag.
Cool. So you're now the orc leader.
You have the ceremonial
I
spear.
can't take an attack. Search is an action, right? So that would use my.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I definitely take the spear and the gold, and might as well take the great axe.
Okay. That's what he does.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything else you want to do?
Using my using my expeditious retreat, I'll disengage, and then my character will walk back to camp.
He's all emo.
Yeah,
Alright.
super emo. Instead of killing the last guy, he just starts to search the body and leave.
That's my guy's personality.
To search the body and leave instead of finishing a fight?
No, he was a war veteran, calm and collected. He knew you guys would finish it off, and so took spoils and left.
Okay.
He was the first one in there, first one out.
Okay.
Sounds like a real dick move.
Yeah. Not really camaraderie based, but yeah.
Remember in war you're supposed to leave no man behind.
You know, they say the way you start can also be the way you finish. Seeing a potential kill in front of him, Sebastian lunges at the remaining orc,
Oh god.
trips over his feet, and falls flat on his face.
Of course he does.
As he's falling, he makes one last ditch effort to maybe swing at the orc's ankles, however it falls shy.
Damn it, Sebastian. Who are these guys? They're terrible.
The carnies from the local circus.
Jakkar, it's your turn.
Yay! Alright. So, from the rock, seeing an opportunity of all of that mess.
Where'd you find Dwayne Johnson?
The rock? I'm on the rock.
How'd you get on the rock? That's weird.
I'm gonna.
That's an interesting place to be.
I'm snaring. Yeah, I'm gonna snaring strike him with an arrow to the face.
Shoot it.
Aurora's staying put because, you know, reasons. That's gonna be that's 18 plus I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration.
There we go.
Which is a D6 and a 3, so 21 to hit.
It hits.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Fuck yeah.
D8. Okay, that's gonna be 6 plus 3. That's 9 damage plus the ensnaring strike is D6. But he has to. What is it? They have to roll a.
I'll think about it.
His sheer will to embarrass you as he dies prevents ensnaring strike from wrapping around his face.
Wait, what? Really?
How did you want to end him though? All I'm saying is an ensnaring strike doesn't work. He successfully beats it.
Okay. But I get to kill him?
He's too busy being dead.
I get to kill him.
For it to matter.
Ensnaring strike doesn't matter because he's dead.
He's too busy being dead.
Alright, so.
Just remember, I'm still on his back.
Yes, right. So seeing distance flailing around on the back of the armor-plated orc, I carefully aim the arrow and shoot it right for the orc's neck, right next to one of the hands of distance. And as his hand's on his shoulder, it goes right in between his fingers, right to his neck, which severs his artery in his neck, and blood just shoots out all over Distance's face. And he just slowly falls to both knees
Hey,
and then to his face.
Distance, give me a dex saving throw. Oh, he's right here.
Yeah.
I've been looking at like this black thing by the tin, thinking that was the back of your phone. I didn't see the fucking phone right in my face.
I got a 2.
That too, baby.
You absolutely get blood all over your face.
I got 6.
18 still.
You you get a torrent of blood to the face, and you actually feel a little of it get in between your your chest and your chainmail, or your leather armor, I mean. And it's definitely in your clothes now.
Are you getting in my mouth?
A little bit, yeah.
Can you do a
Do you want to lick it?
You do a Constitution saving throw if you got a disease.
You now have HIV.
Now have AIDS.
But you probably already had that. Let's be honest.
Alright. There are a pile of dead orcs all over the place.
My character stops
Mm-hmm.
and then realizes he forgot something and walks back because I forgot we were supposed to rescue people.
So what I'm gonna do then, obviously, I guess we can look at the orcs and see how much money I have so we can split it. So if you guys want to do that first, we can do that.
Yeah.
So we're searching everybody?
Yeah.
Should we do like
Well,
investigation rolls or?
During the heat of battle, did they see me search and take all the shit from that guy?
So we're right next to me doing
You were literally right in front of us. What do
Yeah.
you mean? Of course. we did.
During the heat of battle, did they see me loot the guy?
We saw you walk away too. What do you mean?
I
With
mean,
a
yeah, they were
spear in your hand.
They're all looking at you. So.
Oh, what's the spear's damage? Or is it just a normal spear?
The spear, it's a normal spear. It's just looks ceremonial.
It's pretty.
It's
I'm
got
gonna see if
pretty
there's any
bright
villagers.
feathers and some engravings on it.
Alright, so let's search them bodies.
Yeah. So we do investigation roll or should? Wait.
Or is it perception? Or
It'd be investigation.
Investigation.
but Who's his best? Should probably let that person do it.
we all have to do it though, I thought, right? Or no? Oh, I guess not, because if
Well,
we're
we're
gonna
gonna end up
split
splitting it.
it. Yeah.
I think I have a bonus on that. I'm not sure.
I only have +1 to investigation.
While they're doing that, I want to look to see if there's any survivors.
Okay. Give me a investigation roll.
+1?
No, +4, 21.
Oh, nice.
Investigation's intelligence.
Mhm.
Yeah, 21.
You scour the surrounding area, all around the rocks, in the middle of the circle, and you can go over to that big tree over there while everyone's still looking around. And as you get closer to the tree, you actually hear what seems to be some muffled cries. And so you go over there to investigate, and you find a woman and 2 children.
Nice.
And they're all bound and gagged.
No, we can't buy them.
But they're definitely alive.
They're definitely alive.
Where are they?
They're on the opposite side
Right
of the
here?
yeah.
From over here, they're over there.
You're walking up that way.
Are they conscious?
Well, there was muffled cries.
They're crying unconscious.
I kind of lean down on do a little squat,
Mhm.
and I look at them for like a good minute, and then I get up and I walk away.
Okay.
Okay,
So my guy does this.
They're definitely all distraught when you start to leave.
I do that,
and
then I say people, and then I walk back.
people. Okay.
Alright, we're gonna look at the bodies really quick.
Yeah, we're searching the bodies.
Do you have good intelligence or?
No, actually my intelligence is +12, so I only have a +1.
Yeah, I have a +1.
I have 0.
I have a +0 to investigation.
Same.
So I
Alright,
get
why
investigation.
don't we all just roll investigation?
Yeah, I guess we can, or we can give one person advantage, one of you two. Because if we help, you can get advantage on it, so you can
I
do
mean-
twice.
That's fine.
I mean, at the end of the day, now that there's nothing pressing, you're not in the middle of a battle, you could technically just keep rolling for it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
eventually you'd get a good enough roll
Okay.
to get something.
I'll roll things.
Yeah, I got nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got a nat 20?
Yeah,
I got
of course I
19.
did.
Okay.
18.
We'll just say Jakkar search.
That's fine.
Okay. Just because nat 20.
Yeah.
You leave the searching to Jakkar, who scours every single body with the utmost precision and
I also had 2 kills,
meticulousness.
by the way. Two kills.
6.
He even lifts all their skirts, as Akalius would put it.
Yeah, I did.
He manages to uncover a lot of gold pouches. You could even imagine there's probably one per orc. But in total, he finds about 500 gold pieces.
Okay. So,
And
500
there
gold pieces,
is-
there's 5 of us. 100 apiece.
there's a slew of spare weapons, many javelins, great axes are all over the place. You find a few knives.
Arrows?
There are no arrows.
Well, I'm gonna
However,
pick
if you
up-
want to look for
I'm gonna
ones
pick
that
up mine.
you shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick mine back.
How many did you shoot?
5.
5. You find 4.
I'm also gonna
The
pick
first one that went over the leader's head hit the rock behind him and broke.
up. I'm gonna pick up 5 of my javelins because I threw 6, and I'm not gonna be able to get that one that I threw through that guy's head. So.
That's still spinning to
It's
the
still
center.
going.
Oh yeah, it's still going. It's in like the next. It's literally.
Well, if you wait around about a year, it'll come back around.
100%.
Yeah.
I'll just catch it.
You find 5 javelins.
That's fine. Okay.
You find several knives, and you also, in the midst of the fire, you actually find a, seems to be a ceremonial dagger, and it seems to be decorated in the same way as, perhaps a spear may have been.
I'm gonna.
It seems to look like the one that you saw Raz carrying off.
Okay.
I'm
I'd
gonna.
like to pick that up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say you can have that. I'm gonna take all their teeth and put them on. Start putting them on
Do
my
they
necklace.
have any crossbows?
No, none of them had crossbows.
I'm going to cut the rope on their legs.
Are you sharing your gold that you found with us, or we're not gonna calculate that in there?
Yeah, that's fine. I mainly just want the spear.
So that's 550 then, no?
I'm just taking 100. You guys can split it up.
Okay, so
I'm going to cut the legs ropes off the people, but I'm going to use the excess rope to tie them together
how many?
and then kind of lead them. Still gagged.
112
everything.
gold
Okay.
apiece.
So you lead them back to the group?
I lead them back to the
If it's split like that, Ben, should we just go 112 a piece for the gold?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, Josh, we got 112
Yeah.
gold.
How
So
much?
112.
112.
So add that to your stuff.
You think Sebastian and Altair would?
Say what?
No, they can fuck off.
Yeah, we're not sure.
They knew
about
that this was not part of their
Yeah.
adventure. Because
They
they're
were
not.
just, they were company.
Yeah, they're not even getting paid to do it.
Well, they're getting paid by the,
Yeah, by
people that
the
don't.
guild or whatever.
We need to collect our reward. Plus,
Yeah.
like the people that are there, you just let them back. They're still bound.
Oh yeah, they're still gagged. Everything. I just let them back to you guys.
I'm gonna.
So their feet are unbound, but they still have
yeah.
their hands tied and a
Can
bag
I-
over their mouth.
Can I do an investigation on the dagger to see if I can sense where it's from or anything history wise, or is there any information that I can gather from it?
Give me a history roll.
This broke dwarf is
That's fine.
starting to come up in this world.
No, you can't really make anything out of it.
I'm gonna take my hand axe and cut the ropes and take their gags out and ask them if they're alright
Okay, you do that.
and tell them they're safe now.
Are they all gone? The mother frantically asks you.
I'm gonna look at her. Yes, I killed the majority of them by myself.
It must be some hero.
Prophecy foretold such a thing, but hey, can't fight fate, can you?
Bullshit. Sorry.
2 versus 6.
Coughing.
Creatures treated us terribly. Can we go back to our home?
Of course, yeah. We're gonna make sure that we don't miss anything here. Then we're gonna take you guys back.
Can I search for clues for the orc leader?
What do you mean?
I want to see if I can find anything on them that tells me where they might have been headed.
I mean, it's right there, isn't it? It's not like the Valley of Fear behind us.
Um,
Well,
Yeah,
that
but
way.
like more
You
particular.
could use their armor as a black.
when you were searching the grounds, you didn't really find anything.
Nothing.
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't know.
You know that they were headed
Yes.
to the Valley of
Yes,
Fear.
Forge and everything.
You know that
Hey Ben.
you can see the tree line in the distance. But that's about it.
Do we know what type of armor they were using? The heavy armored ones?
It was like heavy plate armor.
Is it usable for a human?
Probably not, right? Because that's.
If
orc
you
size.
could get someone to work the material and downsize it, yeah. I mean, they're really big orcs.
You mean the Forge
so-
Domain Cleric that we have?
Yeah.
That
I'll
forges
take,
things?
I'll take both sets of armor.
Is there any more
Okay.
ceremonial or like ornamental equipment amongst them?
Not that you could find.
Darn, okay.
You said you couldn't figure anything out with the dagger. I have history. You want me to take a look at it?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna look at the dagger.
Yes.
See if I can figure anything out. Jesus. 6 plus 3 is 9.
Yeah.
You can't really make anything out of it either. It just seems to be that It's definitely something that the leader carried.
Okay.
Thanks for trying.
It has the same kind of like feathers and twine wrapped around the hilt, and it has an engraving on the blade, and it seems to be an orcish.
Before. Okay.
Well, I can read.
I was gonna say, can I read it?
I can read Orcish, so am I able to read what it says?
Can I do something cool for him?
It basically just
I'm gonna kill things.
Just stick with throwing javelins.
I'm only good for one thing.
it says point at enemy.
Play for you if you work it down.
What?
Play for me, play for you if you work it down.
What is that?
Alright, and little Jimmy
You
runs
runner?
over.
Oh.
If you work on it, you
Like,
can dance.
Akalius,
Yeah, I can do that without a sword, so I can use
Little Jimmy.
I'm gonna pat little Jimmy on the head, and I'm gonna be like,
two of them.
"It was my boy,
Oh.
and I will teach you one day. You will be strong."
18 AC.
thank you, son.
Yeah. Yeah.
One more thing before we leave. I wanna cut the leader's head off and then put it on my belt.
Okay.
I wanna take it back to town with me to show like the people.
Give me a strength roll.
You say you can do that without a foil?
Yeah. I can
That's
use,
my strike modifier. So
actually,
my
must be
D20.
under 100 gold pieces. Must be worth less than 100 gold pieces.
Oh, never mind then.
Probably
Yeah,
gonna reroll that 'cause it's literally sitting like between the two.
That's stupid.
What are you using? Cut it off.
I was gonna use my great sword just to
Cleave it.
just take it off.
You swing down on the head, well, on the neck of the orc leader, and it seems like it kind of surprises you that it seems to be so tough. So you give it a second throw and you cut it cleanly off.
Okay.
Altarin, before you all depart, actually points at the dagger and motions Sebastian to it. And Sebastian asks if he can take a look at it.
Sebastian can take a look at the dagger, yes. Since he did shit else.
I mean, he did kill one guy, so there's that.
Blind squirrel.
He did half the damage to the leader and flat out killed someone. Like,
That was after he fell 4 times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, whatever.
I mean, I killed 6. I mean, who's really counting? Oh,
it's
yeah.
really unfortunate his rolls were so shitty.
Yeah, it's true. He fucking did some work when he actually did stuff.
Yeah, you can look at
Is
it.
he a
But he examines it for a minute, and he says, "Didn't you say you were looking for Falgosh?
Yes, Var'Gul.
I can tell you that these feathers are symbolic of his tribesmen.
I knew it.
This is definitely a group of orcs from the northern realm of the Valley of Fear.
golly gee willikers? I knew it.
I knew it. Valley
Do I hear them say that?
Give me a...
No, get your fucking
Damn.
solo ass out of here. You're no longer allowed on our prophecy journey.
Give me an investigation roll.
Natural 20.
God
You definitely heard it.
This
damn
fucking
it. God
bullshit.
damn it.
I just kind of look at the spear a little bit and then I just like kind of pluck the flowers.
The feathers?
Yeah, the
Okay.
feathers. And the flowers. There's a big nice sunflower on
It's a birdie.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay.
So, I guess, I mean, unless you guys have anything else to do.
Oh, I got something to do.
Well, I just want to go back to the town and take these
Yeah, I
people and
know.
get paid.
I ain't going there.
What do you mean you're not going?
I'm not going back to town.
Where are you going?
I got the proof. Valgosh is right here. I'm going to get him.
But what about the prophecy?
I forget the prophecy. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go find out who killed my dad and why my grandfather hired him.
But we need you.
I don't give a shit.
I killed Jakkar.
Not with
I
those
just kind of
rolls.
walk up to him and
I'm gonna call Aurora down to the where we're all standing. She's gonna jump down. I'm gonna take off my bag. I'm gonna take everything out that I need because I'm carrying a bunch of shit. Where hold on.
Yeah, Jakkar. I would like for you to give me a sleight of hand roll.
Okay. Wait, why am I sleight of hand?
Actually,
Why am I sleight of handing?
give me a strength roll.
Strength roll. Okay. Crit fail.
You throw your bag off your shoulder,
Yeah.
and you kind of like limp wrist the fuck out of it, and it just like drops off your hand,
Yeah.
and you look like a girl when this happens. Your bag hits the ground, falls over, and spews everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And right on the top of the pile is Tyrion's journal.
What the fuck? I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna be like, wasn't that what the wizard was using from Tyrion?
What the fuck? Why is that in my bag?
I'd like for you to give me a history check.
That's what I said. Actually, I said that out loud. Why the fuck was that in my bag?
Yeah, why was that in your bag?
Nat 2.
Oh my god.
Hey, repping the net too.
You feel as though you should definitely know why that's in there, but you really can't remember.
No clue why that's
Can I roll insight?
You, who was closest to Jakkar when you ran into the cave? Yeah, you can give me a history roll.
distance.
I thought I was. Weren't we next to each other when we went in there? Because we were both on
Distance
like that.
was with you. It was a group of 3 in the back, so I remember. Well, Distance healed him, so.
Yeah, and then I was right there because we all ran in
All
at
I
the same
know
time.
is all I know is distance was right next to me when.
Give me a
Aurora
history
came in the
check.
cave.
Akalius.
History?
Uh-huh.
Do I get advantage or anything? Or just
No. You 2 Distance.
Alright, well that's gonna
What
load.
am I doing?
Give me a history
I
check.
mean, it was Gorram that was next to
History.
19.
Nice.
Finally.
Got
I was real shit on everything that's not damage.
Quick fail over here.
Distance tries to think about something, but then he got really tired, and he decided to sit down.
From that concert he put on earlier.
Exhausted.
Akalius, though, with his keen mind,
My keen mind with my 8 wisdom.
thinks hard for several
It
minutes
hurts so
with
bad.
strain in his face, and finally he snaps to and says, "You know, Lurelion was behind you when we were all running to the cave. Perhaps he knew the importance of the journal and slipped it in your bag before he died."
What a swell guy.
What a swell wizard that guy was.
That clever bastard.
I remember him fondly now.
Since I don't know what's going on, I've been searching through Jakkar's stuff.
Okay.
And
Is there anything
then,
you like? Give me a stealth check,
Who, him?
just to see like how effectively you're doing it without them like.
oh no, I don't care if I want to be blatantly
Well, I
doing
know.
it.
I want to see.
A 3.
Yeah, everybody sees him.
So it's one of those things where they're having their conversation,
It should
and
be
like
to
the bag
bottom of
is
us.
literally right there, and you like walk over in front of the whole group and just blatantly start digging through all of his shit.
But as I'm like,
So they're talking, and it's kind of just like, yeah, I mean, like,
I'm not paying attention to what they're saying,
Right.
and I kind of see the old book, and it's like old and crusty, and I'm like, shit. And so I throw it in the fire.
oh, the fire's tramped out.
There's no fire.
Why?
There was a campfire in the middle.
No.
In case
why,
it was
why would
tramped
you
out.
do that?
Like,
why
so
would
that
your
so like
character-
Akalius would like dive into the fire.
God!
I'm gonna veto you going out there. Especially with Jakkar, I'm gonna be the leader now. So he doesn't talk, so I mean, he's not gonna tell me no.
Wait, Jakkar was the leader?
I mean, kinda.
I mean,
I mean, it definitely wasn't you, Mister. We don't even want you here.
Mister, I'm gonna take stuff, walk away, then walk back.
Mister goes and finds the hostages, gets them up, but doesn't even ungag them. Like, what the
guys,
hell?
it would have been a lot easier to throw him over the horse and bring him back to town tied and gagged.
Why? They were just traumatically kidnapped. Why would we keep them bound and gagged?
But
It's
either
not
way.
our job to make their lives comfortable. It's our job to get them back home.
They're all patiently sitting on that log waiting
So
for you
I'm
guys to
gonna-
finish.
I guess I'm gonna take the book then.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna be like, I have no idea how I got this, but this is obviously of more importance to you now.
I don't even know what I'm doing like with the light thing, so I don't know about this whole thing.
I hope
Yeah.
you guys figure out what your
Are you sure you want to
After.
leave, brother?
yes, this is my only purpose in life, is to find out what happened to my grandfather.
I mean, it does go to his character, so.
I'm sorry, it's just the way he said it.
I'm gonna.
It is, that's the only thing I want to do.
It's
I'm
my
gonna-
only purpose in life.
I'm gonna give him.
This is it for me.
I'm gonna go up to Jakkar and give him a big hug. But as I give him a big hug, I'm secretly gonna go and pet Aurora and tell her that she's a good girl.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Oh god, she's pissed.
God damn it, please.
Remember, she got wounded. She's hurt.
What was it?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
12.
She's really not all that mad. She actually, seems like she's She's accepting the pet, basically. She doesn't seem like she's like mad or happy about it, but she's accepting.
I'm really making it convincing that I'm really just giving him a good bro hug.
I take off my helmet and my personality reverts. And I'll kind of do the whole hair thing. And then I go,
His lack of hair.
and then I go, I won't let you do this alone. I will be your shield. I just look at him with excitement.
I think that's a good idea.
You're trying to trap yours in the kid.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go, no.
He doesn't want you to come along with us.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm going to look, while he's hugging me, I'm going to hit my hand on his shoulder and say, good luck, brother. I'll see you again soon. And then I'll look at Gorram and I'll look down at his thumb just hanging around his chest and I'll go like this.
I'm
Just give him a thumbs up.
gonna whisper to Jakkar though, and I'm gonna ask him if I can have his share of the money for the earnings that we're gonna get for the thing.
Yeah, you can have the 100 gold. And I'll let you have that. So that's on the ground.
What was the no? Oh, I didn't mean that, but I'll take that too. But
No, not that gold. The gold that.
oh, so you're gonna give me 100?
Yeah,
gold?
you can have 100.
And as he's like going by each person and doing, I'm going to mimic him. So I'm going to go to Akalius and I'm going to go, and I'm going to go to Gorram and I'm going to go, and I'm just going to keep following.
But then I guess I'm gonna say like, good luck. I understand that this is your purpose, and can't take a man away from what he wants to do. And then I'm gonna like give him like one good like the bro like the Spartan, whatever like the clasp with the forearms. And then I'm gonna turn away as a tear.
I put my hand
I'm gonna
on
wipe away the
forearms.
tear as I turn around.
As they're both clasping, I want to put my hand right on top of it.
So yeah, I'm going to go to distance and say.
I'm following.
I'm going to go to him and look at Jimmy, and then look back at distance, and say, "Set a good example. Don't fuck any more goats." And then walk away.
Would you like us to sacrifice one of the slaves? Good luck.
No, not. No,
I'm
no,
gonna-
not. Please return them and get your bounty, and then move forward. I'm also gonna pick up I'm gonna pick my bag back up.
I'm gonna,
With my arrows, but I'm going to travel super light, so I'm just going to take the explorer's pack and leave everything else.
does that include all of the other gold too?
No, I still have my gold.
I need gold.
Were there any bows or arrows?
Yes.
Were there? You're on your way out, like you're walking away.
I just said my goodbyes and I'm taking
You're
Aurora
walking
and
away.
we're...
Before you get too far, Sebastian and Altarine stop you, and Sebastian asks if you would like two hands to come with you on your journey.
No, absolutely not. I would not like either of them to be anywhere near me.
Okay.
Are there any bow or arrows on the ground?
No.
They're all
I picked
Is
all.
there any bow?
Mm-mm.
No bows?
They don't use bows.
No bows.
But it works.
Any leftover javelins?
I mean, no one said they picked any up, so there's just
Yeah,
like
he picked
shit
his
ton
up.
of javelins.
I asked if
Yeah.
there was javelins.
Yeah, I said there was a slew of them.
Yeah, can I pick? I wanted to pick them up, but you said 5.
Like
so
all of them?
I mean,
You said you had 5, and you were picking those
oh, and
up.
then I said, and I want to pick up the javelins. You said 5. I was like, okay.
Oh, I was just okay. Misunderstood.
I'll pick them up.
As
Take 3 javelins.
as Jakkar like picks up his bow and arrows, I'm like trying to look around for some bow and arrows, and I don't find them. So I just grab all the great axes, and I just and then I follow Jakkar. So I'm holding like a bunch of great axes following him.
He follows you. with a
He's
bunch of
following
great
following me, and I just look down at Aurora and just nod, and she stops dead in her tracks, whips around, her hair bristles, and she just full bares her teeth at you.
You pick up 14 javelins.
Hey, little Jimmy, can you come here really quick?
Hey, javelin bear.
I'm actually gonna go to little Jimmy, and I'm gonna tell him that his first task to be a great warrior is to hold these javelins, and I give him all of the ones I just found to carry.
He like hugs them awkwardly, and
Just to kick it over.
since like they're basically taller than him, and it's like a tree, he actually has to like walk awkwardly because his legs are also around them, and he's really struggling.
You can do it.
I take some food out of my pouch and toss it to Aurora as she's snarling at me.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I'm gonna do.
She's in
this.
full snarl.
Natural one!
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. There you go.
What is her attack?
Her attack is
It removes your face.
Raz gets mauled to
2d4
death.
plus 4 piercing.
Raz gets mauled. He dies. The way he lived.
Are you doing an attack roll or is it an automatic hit?
It's
No,
not
no,
automatic
no,
hit.
no.
As you reach out some food to give it to Aurora, she snaps on your hand, dealing 8 damage.
And then I kind of look at my hand as it's like, you know, just. I think she likes this. And I just kind of do that, you know, meat, little bits of meat going everywhere.
8 damage, huh?
And
Those she
then,
accepts.
huh?
Those she accepts.
Oh, does that entice her?
No, she just got some food though.
Mary just gonna leave Aurora behind?
No. She's standing right next to me. I just had her snarl at you and bite you. And then we're going to turn around
I
and keep...
blatantly try to hide behind a tree.
Alright, we're leaving.
You go behind a tree.
And I'm trying to like.
Oh yeah, put the book in my
Are you like
bag.
walking pretending you're behind a tree? Or are you trying to be behind a tree?
I'm trying to sneak like I'm wearing plate armor right now. So.
Alright, well we're getting further away, so can we stealth and just get the fuck out of here? Because this guy's a clown. I don't know what's
Give me
happening.
a stealth roll.
300.
Where's my stealth? Stealth is 5, that's a 24.
You actually ghost, and almost like you were some sort of apparition.
Boom.
Perception!
You and Aurora,
Like Batman?
No, 24.
you and Aurora disappear into the tree line of the Valley of Fear.
Perfect. End scene.
And then I'm gonna put the book in my bag, so I never did. Then I'm gonna go up to little Jimmy and take my javelins back and tell him just kidding. And I gave him 2 to hold. So I'm gonna show him how to hold them on his shoulder and carry him.
Okay.
So I'm not that much of a dick.
Um,
I want to train this one because little Jimmy's gonna be Ben's character. It's gonna be hilarious.
hey Josh. Hey
That
Josh.
would be hilarious.
What's little Jimmy's intelligence score?
What did we say that he's 7 or 8?
8 years old, or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's probably dumb as shit right now.
What
Don't you
would
have
you like his intelligence score?
Don't you have a kid that's 8?
Yes.
Yeah, and compared to a normal sized human or an adult, they're not that smart.
What would you like Jimmy's intelligence score to be?
20. He's a
I
genius.
would say right now he's half of ours, so like 5.
My
That's
intelligence is fucking
That's like
14, bro. What the
mentally.
hell?
Mine's a 9.
Mine's
so
an 8,
he can't
so-
have too high.
So because he's really young, he and he's also kind of pissed at the fact that he's doing manual labor against his will, kind of.
But I'm his hero now in his eyes.
You are my hero!
He doesn't really pay attention to your example.
What does he just carry him stupidly?
He's still carrying them stupidly.
Ugh.
Yeah, all 2 of them.
I'll pat him on the back of the head, but you'll get it eventually. Little one.
Throws him at your feet.
Fuck you! He's a dwarf!
He's actually 80 years old.
Who the fuck are you?
This whole time he's not been a child. He's a halfling.
He's just a really disgusting.
He's a hobbit.
I come back out of the forest, losing sight of Jakkar, and I'm super bummed out. And I see that little Jimmy's carrying a bunch of weapons, so I take all the great axes I found, and I just kind of walk on top of him.
It's okay. Little Jimmy's a hobbit. We just discovered. He's not a kid.
He's actually 58 years old.
Little Jimmy, seeing the impending stupidity, manages to drop everything and dive backwards. I mean, he lands on his back, but he does evade the entire pile of great axes that would have crushed him. You're actually very surprised by his agility.
I'm gonna just.
And I mopily kind of take like a copper piece out and like ding onto like the pile of great axes.
Alright,
What
so.
would you like to do?
I'm
We
going
have lead
to.
these people back.
Yeah, I want to take the people back to the town, I guess.
Alright.
So I guess we can load him up on Jakkar's horse because he's no longer with us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put the mom and help the mom and both the kids, right? 2 kids?
The mom sits on the front and the 2 children ride bitch.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So I'll get them up there.
We're gonna go back to that same town, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yep.
the one where everyone loves you so much.
Yeah, they love me so much.
I gotta collect the bounty, so.
You guys collect the bounty.
This what did we say? It was like a mom and 2 kids, or just a lady and 2 children?
Well, it was a
It's
mom
a
and
lady
2
and
kids.
2 children.
I guess we don't know.
Are
that.
they her children?
I don't know. You can ask her.
Oh my god.
We don't have any time for any more children in this group. We already have little Jimmy.
You can ask her.
I'm just gonna ask if they are related.
Okay. So you ask them?
Yes.
She says, well, yes, these are my 2 children.
Okay. She sounds kind of hideous, so I'm gonna leave her alone.
Give me a perception roll.
Coming from a demon.
Perception is a 22.
So as you say that you don't want her kids, you actually look at them and, like, really look at them this time, and you realize that they both are really ugly.
No. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No.
And then
Ugly children.
you look at Jimmy, and you see that he's slightly less ugly, and you feel really good about your decision.
Excellent.
I feel good about your life decisions.
Feel good that you bought that child. Alright,
Alright.
if anyone else is gonna do whatever, I'm gonna get on my horse and then start leading them back, I guess. And then, I'm also gonna ask Sebastian if they're coming with us back to town.
Oh, they are going to go with you, seeing as how Jakkar didn't want them anyway.
Yeah, he can be a real diva.
I don't think you guys ever acknowledged his cloak.
Nope. Return the Gorram. We really got him with the cloak. He's so mad.
That's why he left.
Classic brother. So I'm gonna get on my hearse, and then I'm just gonna lead them back to town. I guess with Sebastian and the tongueless wonder over here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna just pretend like I don't see Raz, and I'm gonna just try to leave without him.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask of Sebastian, or?
Not really. I'm trying to think. Is there anything you guys can think of that would be useful to ask him?
I don't know anything about your guys' story, so I'm just.
No, we have the journal.
I'm an adventurer
Are
and.
we back in the town, like, returning everything to get our payment?
We will, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything that would be useful to ask, because, I'm gonna ask him about the town, the other town, the big city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask him about it and how far it is and like what's there type of thing, or ask him if he's ever been.
Uh-huh.
So Sebastian, have you ever been to the city north of here? Is it North Ben?
Yeah.
Right.
North.
The city north of here. Can you tell me anything about it?
Well, it's funny you ask. Actually, myself and Altarine were orphans there. We grew up in a tiny church. And around the time we were teenagers and we were getting to the point where we were going to break off on our own, Altarine broke one of their rules. And as punishment for it, they were very strict, you see. They cut out his tongue and they carved a circle onto his forehead and scraped it with an X. And he was actually exiled for it.
It's the church there that raised you that did this to him.
Yes.
What kind of church is this? Who do they worship?
It's not who, it's what.
What do they worship?
They worship money. They've turned astray from their roots, and they've become corrupted.
Is it Christian? No, I'm just kidding.
Catholic.
Hey, they fuck children. Oh, but
It was the nuns!
no, nunny.
You see,
Yeah, God damn it. All right.
there's a library in the church. A lot of people tell us that it has some of the oldest scriptures and stories and histories in the entire world.
Is this a large city?
Yes, It's probably the largest city this side of the river.
Okay. And then is there anything that's of note there other than this library that could be useful to our journey? Any expertise, blacksmiths, anything magic related, anything like that we should look out for?
Oh, of course, they have everything there. It's, after all, the largest city this side of the river.
I heard that the first time. I was looking for more specifics.
If you can think of it, they probably have it there. I think you'd find yourself hard-pressed to not be able to come up with something.
Do you still have contact with anyone there? Was his exile like a twofold as well on you as well?
It's not that it extended to me, it's just that we were abandoned together, we were raised together, and we grew up together, and so I could not leave him to go on his own. Together, we left that godforsaken place and we came here to safeguard. And we've made our living ever since.
So you don't have any contacts maybe we should reach out to?
No, the last time I was there, we were but lads. I was probably 15 myself, Alterine 13. It's been about 16 years now.
How far is it from Safeguard once we're back?
About a week's journey to the north. I could probably convince the stable master to let you keep your horses, seeing as how you've done our town such a favor. I wouldn't leave you to make that trek on your own.
Turn all this stuff in, get our gold, and then ride 2 weeks worth north almost to get to this new town?
1 week.
Well, you just said one from where we're at. It took us 3 days to get here.
No, I asked him from Safeguard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you actually traveled pretty much due west out of Safeguard.
Yeah.
So
I'm imagining we could fast travel back to town if there's nothing
Yeah,
important
it's
going to
just that
happen.
we're not going to be
between now and
like traveling on the same path we went, like backtracking or anything.
Back to the town you are.
We have to go back to the town,
then.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Well, I mean, to the town, but then.
I mean, at
like,
this point, I just assume we're talking as we're
place
riding,
where,
like
go
how we
back
did the first time.
and get shit.
Yeah, no, you guys are going north, right?
Well, we're going back to the town, so I can,
After the town.
and then north to the city.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So there's no backtracking other than just to take the people.
Yeah, we're
back to
literally
town.
walking back, taking the people, then we're gonna collect our bounty, then we'll probably, depending on what time we get back, either rest or just head out.
Alright, let's do it. Let's get a move.
you good?
Yeah, so I'm assuming we're already talking while we're riding back, so.
Yep.
I don't have anything else to ask. Do you-
Okay,
do
yeah,
guys
if you,
have anything?
No.
No.
What when you first get to town, kind of what's the idea? Are you just gonna go straight to the guild?
Yeah, I want to go to the guild and return the people,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also want to talk to the guild master, so.
Okay. You get to the town.
I weapon bond the spear to me on the way home.
Sorry.
I weapon bond the spear
Okay.
on the way back to town.
Okay. You get to the town, and Sebastian actually leads the horse carrying the woman and the 2 children. He takes them with him into the barracks, and says that he'll make sure that they get home safely.
Okay.
Would you all like to continue with the guild?
Yeah, he does.
You're gonna take a bath.
Yes.
Where?
Horse trough.
Would you like to ask somebody?
Strips.
They hate you, distance.
Did you want to ask Sebastian maybe before he left?
To the town, I'm gonna use my disguise kit.
Well, did you want to ask Sebastian maybe if he knew of a place before he
And then
leaves?
just try getting a place where I get a nice bath.
Okay.
Do you not want part of the bounty then?
I do, but I trust you to handle that for me while I wash all this blood off.
Yes, of course. What could go wrong with living a dwarf with gold?
Is there like a training dummy or anything around?
Might as well just
You could
use
ask
you,
somebody.
let's be honest.
You could ask somebody. I mean, you're standing outside of barracks.
Standing outside of barracks. Anything that looks like a training dummy?
Good job,
You're
Sam.
standing outside the barracks.
No pressure,
So I mean,
man.
like, it was actually, so the way I described it when you first saw it, it was kind of more like a perimeter and everything was kind of inside. So, but Sebastian is still there. He's kind of walking toward it. Would you like to catch up to him and ask him? No. Okay.
I just want to throw my spear.
Oh.
Send
You can throw it at something else if you want to.
Akalius and tell him that he's going to
I'll, like, throw it in the air.
Smart.
Anybody for it?
Yeah, I'll just throw him on the back of my horse with me, and I'll take him with me.
Who?
He's like a kid.
Kid?
Jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all head to the guild?
Yeah.
Alright. What would you like to do once you're there?
Well, I'm gonna
Like
go up
the
to him. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to him and tell him.
Do you remember his name?
I don't either.
Hold on. I'm not here, but I can.
He was like Darius or something.
We call him Guildmaster.
It was one.
Could be a proper way to address the guildmaster.
I might have written it down.
I have returned, Guildmaster. The slayer of orcs, minotaurs, and the undead. Smiter of smiters.
He looks up from his morning coffee and seems really upset to see you.
I'm gonna.
You've disturbed a really peaceful moment for him.
So
I
I'm
kind of like flaunting it in there.
I'm gonna walk in with my grand entrance and take the head and present it to him.
You want to like drop it on the counter?
Yeah, like in front of him where he's sitting. Imagine him sitting with like his feet up, and I just drop it on top of the thing
Before
in front of
he,
him. And then
before
I'm
he
like,
drops it, I go, present the head.
That's fine.
drops it, and then I'm gonna just tell them that the deed is done, and we retrieve some of their people that were there, 3 of them, and then I'm gonna ask for the bounty.
He sits up from his chair and from out of his pocket grabs a really tiny pair of glasses and squints at the orc head you've dropped on the bar. Well, yes, this does seem to be what is this, a leader?
It appeared so, yes. And then I ask you to show him the spear that you got from him as well, just as like a.
And he goes, "What spear?"
I go,
And he looks at the spear and he sees the feathers and he says, "Oh yes, of course. This was most certainly a leader of a pack of orcs. You said that they had people with them?"
Yes, we got a woman and her 2 children.
Perfect.
And then
Absolutely.
I asked for their names. They seemed very distraught, but we did. Sebastian did take them back home. So.
Excellent. Well, I would like to thank you on behalf of the town of Safeguard. And as promised, he walks into the back room behind the bar, and you hear some metal creaking, and then it slams, and he comes back out and drops a big pouch of gold on the bar. "This is your reward, fellows. 500 gold as promised."
And then let me divide it over 4 really quick.
It's 125.
Okay, so 125 for each of us, and I'm gonna take my 125, and I'm gonna open up the backpack that Distance gave Jimmy, and I'm gonna put a little pouch of 125 in his as well
Okay.
for Distance, and then
See, this is why I trust Akalius. I'm not even there.
I want to ask. Do you remember his name? The
Who?
guild leader.
I mean, I do.
Guildmaster.
Can I have his name, please, sir? I
Guild-
would have. Akalius would have remembered.
Roll a history check.
Caleb doesn't remember, but Akalius would have definitely remembered. 19.
His name is Francis.
That's what. Okay. Alright. I have 3 names written here. I didn't know which one it was. Alright, so I'm gonna ask.
Darius? Francis?
My name is Frankfurter. But I want to ask.
Carl?
Carl. I want to ask Francis. One, if he has any contacts in the town north of here, and what the name of the town north of here is as well. So, Francis, do you by chance know the name of the town north of here that I keep hearing about? That seems to be our next destination. And
You got dead.
on top of that, I want to know if you have any contacts. Maybe we should speak with one of that.
Off goes off into the guys.
Give me 1 sec.
I can't hit anything.
Hey. Yak, come here real quick.
You literally like Legolas it up,
Sorry.
but you're like instead of
Oh, yeah.
it's just moving.
Look at that. I'm racking it up, boys.
Racking up the gold,
Everyone's
baby.
looking in trees and just like hitting everywhere. We're just like,
The orcs are just looking at you.
like, what's
I
happening?
started off as a poor dwarf. Now I have 706 gold. Feels good. So, Josh, you can just put the 125 in your stuff if you don't want to forget.
Alright.
I can't do fucking shit. I'm a fucking meat sponge.
Oh, good.
Like you and Caleb have got fucking. Caleb does 20 damage per hit. and you have a usable bonus action.
I'm just so
like
I honestly just have really good RNG. I don't know what it is. Like, as long as I roll pretty much like an 11 or higher, I'll hit.
But
anything.
even still, if I rolled 3 times and got each hit, the average damage I would hit would be 12. All you have to do is roll once, and you do double the amount of damage.
That's literally all the Barbarian does. Like, that's all I do.
Yeah, it's just.
I have no cantrips. I have no spells. I just hit things really hard. And I have a 14 armor class, so I get hit really easy too. So I don't really do anything other than that's literally a Barbarian's only job is to just hit things as hard as possible.
I had 3 fucking reaction attacks and I didn't land 1.
Amen.
Please splash, that's taken.
That's the name of the game, unfortunately.
It's fucking annoying.
It's RNG based, my friend. Splish Sploosh, I was taking the bloosh.
I don't even know how I'm gonna feel like fucking around then. I'm gonna make him have like 4 different personalities.
You're gonna get multi-personality disorder just from playing him. You're like, you'll be helping a customer. Yeah, so close. You want 3 gold pieces? Here, I miss you right here. Is that the P?
Oh, they're talking, so be careful. So jealous of your character.
Mine?
Yeah, he's so cool.
He's cool, but he's having issues.
With what?
Well, like to cast spells.
How come you don't cast spiritual weapon at the beginning of the fight?
I forgot about it this time, but
Because it's not a concentration, so you don't have to do a constitution check every time you get hit.
no, it is a concentration spell.
It's a 1 minute spell. It's not a
It's not a
concentration.
concentration spell. Oh.
It's its own entity.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was.
Yeah, if it's a duration, it's a duration spell, not a concentration spell.
Let's see. Yeah.
It's just a 1 minute spell, lasts for 10 rounds.
Okay.
So you launch that bad boy and you go to fucking town.
Yeah.
And of course, it was the guy with the question that decides to go to the bathroom. He's not ready for my time.
Ben, have I ever encountered an animal such as this?
An animal such as this?
Yes.
A fucking woolly rhino?
Yes. Would I know of those things? Do they exist? That's what I'm asking. Like,
Why do you want to know if a Wally Rhino exists?
Give me a history roll.
Alright.
At least your history's good.
Let's try that again. 17.
You may have seen one before.
Alright. I have a mission.
When you think back,
I'm so confused now.
You want to craft armor after it?
No, I want to get a baby. Woolly rhino. I want to train
To
it
ride it?
to be a mount.
is he gonna be your vehicle?
Yes.
Oh,
Eventually.
for fine steed? Wait, do you get fine steed?
What?
Do you get fine steed?
What is Feinstein?
No, he's proficient with vehicles.
Land vehicles.
Land vehicles.
Oh,
God. You gonna have a woolly mammoth to ride?
Wally Rhino.
Woolly rhino.
Woolly rhino to
And then he's
ride?
gonna make armor for it and have like a fucking
Oh
armor.
my
Right?
God.
Sick.
Can I have a Raz pouch?
Okay, ask the exact thing you asked before I left.
Francis, do you know of the town north of here? And then do you have any contacts in the town north of here?
Oh yes, of course. It's actually it's actually the largest city that we know of in the
North
world.
of this river, right? Yeah, I got that.
Not north.
Or
but
this side, yeah.
This side of the river.
Yeah,
It's
this-
called Saint Palatia.
Saint Palatia.
And my brother actually runs the guild there. His name is Jonas.
So, I know this is completely
Jonas
non-character,
Brothers.
but hold on. How do you spell Palacious?
Palatia.
I put my elbow
Palatia?
on the counter.
Palatia.
Okay. And then his brother's name?
Jonas.
Jonas Brothers, okay.
I put my elbow on the counter, I look at him and my eyebrow raises, and I go, well, it looks like Saint Fellatio is about to witness its greatest hero yet.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna look at him and be like,
I'm gonna walk
you
out.
probably don't
I'm
know what
gonna
that
walk
means,
out.
do
You're
you?
gonna leave?
I'm leaving.
So, side note, not even in character. So now I just imagine every guild in this universe to be like the Pokemon centers where it's always a nurse joining.
Oh,
It's
please!
just the same guy at every single one.
It
With
looks
a different
just
name.
like Francis.
Just so you know, Francis and Jonas are twins.
Oh my god, yes. It's like quadruplets. We find him in every place. Every
there,
guild is a Jonas.
Is there anything else you would all like to do before you head out?
Contuplets.
Yes. I want to
Septic
search for
contuplets.
a wagon.
So 70.
A wagon?
Yes. And a horse to pull it, or mule, donkey, whatever.
Okay. You
I mean, don't we have an extra horse technically? Because we took Jakkar's horse to bring back.
You all have horses, yeah, and an extra
Are these
horse.
ours? Or
Yes, they let you keep
Yeah, because he
Okay.
said he was gonna talk to the stable master. So I guess if we're.
You think to actually go back to the barracks to find Sebastian and see if he can help you get a wagon.
Okay.
So is this? I'm assuming Palatia because it's called Saint. Is it? And what Sebastian told me is this gonna be like a pretty heavily like religious town? Like, is that gonna be the kind of? Is that gonna kind of be the narrative there?
It's a major city, so it's gonna have your normal like hierarchy, right? Like for instance, like a king and a queen sort of like deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then there's like the king and the queen, the cardinal, that whole like style. I'm not necessarily saying that they will be called king and queen, but it's that
It has like that. Okay.
that hierarchy, which means that there is like an organized religion.
Okay.
Which means that there's like monastery churches.
I go to the blacksmith.
You want to go to the blacksmith? Okay.
He likes you so much.
And I open the door and I walk in.
Uh-huh.
And I got multiple great axes.
He throws his hammer at you.
I catch it.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
He really loves you.
7.
The hammer hits you directly in the chest.
And I go, wait! Sir! I only want to sell you these axes. Half price.
Half price is me.
He perks up.
I love Raz and the
And,
blacksmith. Needs to be a sitcom.
He looks at you and says, half price, you say?
Yes, you've done my friend such a great service with his axe of hands.
By the way, I'm not there, so he pointed to nobody.
Well, it could be a gesture toward. And I was like, and I found a lot of these axes, and I don't want to carry them, and I know you'll put them to great use.
Give me
I mean, it's not really deception. I'm really
I'm saying give me a D12 roll.
D12. Oh, for the damage.
No.
5.
You put down 6 axes. I should have established that like way earlier, but yeah. So you put down 6 axes, and you said you want to sell them for half price.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't argue with that. And
And I'll tell you what. I will give one of them on the house since you are truly a buyer of weapons.
Buy 5, get 1 free. What a deal.
he had originally picked up a decent-sized pouch of gold, and right as you tell him that you'll give him one in the house, he puts it back under the counter and takes out a slightly smaller pouch of gold.
It's a weighted exactly plus 5 axes.
Now, as I can tell you, and I pull out the spear, and I let him glance over it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the spear of a great orc war chief, crafted of the finest plumage and wood. As you can see, it's extraordinary craftsmanship.
Price is Right music is playing.
What will you pay?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Ooh, persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
And what we see here is a handcrafted war
10.
chief
10?
javelin.
Oh, how much do you guess this is? Rebecca
What do you
says.
think the
He
actual
looks
price
at
is?
it and his eyes are like huge. He's like, he is so convinced that this is like some rare find that no one's ever seen.
And
before.
I know that you love quality weapons, seeing as you bought my Minotaur, my friend's Minotaur's great axe. Shut up.
You're about to fuck this man.
How much do you want for it?
As you can see, its quality. What is your offer?
I'll give you 50 gold.
50 gold for such a good piece where I feel like you could get 150 for it.
150?
Not for me, but I think at the right buyer, you could sell this at a high price. Don't even think of a warrior, maybe a collector. A noble wanders in, looks at this spear and is in awe. And you're shocked, not only does it gain the fame it deserves, But just imagine the money.
Damn, I want to buy this spear at this point. Shit.
I'll give you 90 gold.
If you make it 95, I'll walk out of here and I know we'll both leave happy.
You've got yourself a deal.
Is that including the axes or no?
No, yeah, that's on top of the axes.
Okay.
So,
How much is the axe?
125 plus 95. Give him that.
So 210.
Is it?
No.
I know.
Seems right. I think it's 130.
I can't do math.
No, 95,
How much was
125,
Thomas?
30, right? 220. 220.
Yeah, what's Thomas school? What do you want from me?
So yeah, you
I'm
got
the best.
220.
Oh, damn, I made like 500 gold on this.
I know.
And I go, I know you will not regret this decision.
God damn it.
Instantly regrets this decision.
I knew you were gonna fuck. Once he bonded with it, I was like, this motherfucker.
You rolled a nat 2, baby!
Nat 2?
Was Sebastian able to help me find a wagon?
Oh, yes, so you go to Sebastian and you ask him about the wagon.
Yeah.
And he says, oh, maybe we could work something out. He leads you to the stable master and explains your situation.
I'm gonna go. I'll just for narrative purposes. I'm with Gorram now, so I just followed him when shortly after. We know.
You're at the stable master and he explains your situation to him, and he seems kind of skeptical. And oh, Distance, where are you, by the way?
He's getting a bath.
He's still in the bath.
I
You're
have
still taking a bath? Okay.
I have little Jimmy with me, by the way, too.
I'm not even
Okay.
wrinkled up yet.
Is that blood off your face yet? Off your horns?
Do you have horns, or do you file them
Give
down?
me a
I have one.
Okay.
I have 1,000.
I don't think we ever established.
give me a charisma check.
We can talk about that shit.
Go, me.
Prostitutes.
Natural one.
Not one?
When Gorram tries to do something on his for once, and then he gets fucked.
He thinks about it after you explain everything, and you get very impatient, and you look at him and say, "What the fuck is taking so long?" And he's like really, really, really fucking offended by it. And Sebastian, knowing that you're just like that, like waves his hands. He says, "No. He's don't listen to him."
Can I step in?
Yeah, if you want to try and
All
help.
right, so I'm gonna just be like, oh, this is my friend Gorram. He's not very patient. He doesn't have a finer eye for these things. So if I could ask, please, can we procure one of your carts? My little student here, we adopted from this town, needs a safer passage on our roads here. He wasn't adopted.
How much does a wagon normally cost?
Give me a charisma check real quick.
Okay.
A wagon? Oh,
Average price for a wagon.
expensive, I think.
I got like 40 gold or something.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an 18. So.
Okay, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Persuasion. That is a 13.
13?
Yeah.
That was with advantage?
Yeah, unfortunately, I rolled a 3 on the other ones.
35 for a wagon.
35 gold.
Yeah.
Oof, sorry.
No, just fucking, we can just buy it from him.
Yeah.
If he does, let's see how this plays out. If not, we'll just fucking buy it.
With the aid of... Sorry. With the aid of Sebastian calming down the stable master, he is once again willing to listen to you.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell him that we'll take the cart. Like if we can get the cart, we'll pay half price for it. We're not gonna ask it for free. We'll pay half.
I'm just pissed off at this point. And I just put 40 gold on the counter. Take your fucking money and I'll take the wagon.
I'm gonna be walking up to them at this point.
Just slide it back. Hold on a second.
Wait, you took the money back?
I'm gonna before because I see him grabbing it. I'm just gonna kind of push him. I'm gonna stand in front of him for a second. And I was like, well,
Give me a strength check. And give me a strength saving throw.
Oh my god.
Do I kind of get a grasp of what's going on right now?
No, you just walked up.
19.
I got a 4, so.
Oh, perfect.
You're able to hold him back.
I'm just gonna ask the guy if he'll take half price for it, and we'll call it even.
Call it even.
Well, like obviously
Yeah.
nicely, but
Give
like.
you a wagon half price when I've already
Fucking
given you
take
all
the
the
money.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Can I do an insight check to see what's happening, please?
You're not even here.
Yeah.
No, wow, I
He
just
ju-
walked
he
up.
just walked up.
Oh.
I'm just pushing the gold.
Natural 1.
Oh
He
my
doesn't know what's
god.
going
He
on,
doesn't
but
know shit.
so I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna just pretty much emphasize what we've done for their city or their little town here,
He gave you like 8 horses, dude.
and I'm asking for free.
Free. He's giving you horses.
Just pay the gold with the wagon.
As Gorram shoves all the money across the counter, he looks at it and slides 5 more gold pieces back to you. 5 of them.
Okay. So
You paid
35.
35.
Yeah.
We got it for a steal. We really worked him over.
And like all that was just because he was really uncomfortable and confused, and he just did not like the overall presentation.
Apologies. I will take that credit.
Is there any horse armor
Horse armor
that he has?
that he has.
Horse armor.
No, he doesn't have any in the stable.
Oh, I did want to add a narrative thing, by the way, that I thought of the other day.
Okay.
So for Jack or whoever, on my greatsword now, I'm starting to add to my my handle and like the little pommel or whatever, the teeth of the orcs.
Not like it.
I'm gonna start using like the band that I have instead of on my necklace. I'm gonna wrap it around my blade.
Okay. So you have
For-
teeth on your sword.
Yeah, so like a narrative thing there. So
Cool.
like visual. So like now my sword is kind of getting the orc teeth on it. It's kind of like a.
Probably smells pretty
Oh, shit. We need horse feed.
They eat grass, don't they?
Yeah, they can eat grass in a way.
I'm gonna tie my
Oats and
guitar horn
O's.
to the side of
Oats
the
and
wagon,
O's.
like a trophy from The Witcher.
Okay.
Hanging off the side.
good. Wait, what's hanging off the side?
My minotaur horn.
Oh, nice.
Feeling such confidence from my last mercantile success, I look over at the stable master and I'm like, those arms look like they can swing a sword. Tell me. I pull out my long sword.
He's missing an arm.
Jesus.
I love this technique. I'm sorry. And I look at it. This was... Shit, where am I from? I don't know where I'm from. This long sword is a military issue.
I don't know where I'm from. PTSD.
PTSD, no clue where I come from.
Who am I?
And I have no need for it, for I am retiring.
Please.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Please! Use your guns!
1. Oh, that's not bad actually.
17.
What would you like me to do about it?
Seeing as how I'm retiring, and as this village was just ransacked by some orcs, and after the kindness that you did us, it would not feel right for me to leave you this long sword. But, however, seeing as how I'm retiring, I might need a small stipend.
Stipend for what?
This is a stable master doesn't want to buy your shit.
I'm just gonna.
I don't get where this involves me.
I'm gonna start taking the cart. I'm gonna put little Jimmy on the cart, and we're gonna start leaving. Is there? By the way, is there a mayor to this town or anything like that?
Yeah, there's probably one in the town hall
Can I go there really quick?
if you want to.
I want to go to the mayor and present him the head of the orc.
He might need a
I
long
thought
sword.
you left it at the guild.
Sorry.
No, I took it back. I mean, I put it on the table and I took it with me.
That's interesting. Okay.
Well, I have a reason, so I want to give it to the mayor. And I'm also only gonna give him one of my teeth.
Uh-huh.
One of your
Well, not
teeth.
mine. One of the orc teeth.
Just a pair of pliers.
And then I'm gonna give it to him as like a trophy for them to like, you know, like brandish in front of like their, you know, they could put on like a spike or something for like morale or whatever. And then I'm gonna wish him, you know, well and hope they stop being racist. And then I'll leave. So I'm gonna
And
tell
hope
him.
they stop being
Yeah.
racist.
So I'm gonna tell him all that. And I'm like, by the way, tieflings are great. You guys are haters, and I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
Mayor Clyde
Clyde.
Fucking Clyde.
looks at your
He sounds kind of
gift
racist.
He's definitely racist.
with acceptance, but then he's very befuddled by your comment upon your exit. And
I hit him with this as I walk out. Just,
he has one of those like as you close the door.
just fucking. And then I'll go back to Jimmy. I guess we gotta find distance.
Mayor Clyde, let me just say, tieflings suck. And I know that when you
weren't
look
there.
I left you back in the stable.
My bad. I was going to be like, you need a long sword to kill a tiefling.
No one wants your shitty long sword.
I just go to everybody I see.
He goes all 300 town members.
Just
Just
like a
try.
long sword.
Take me, please.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do before you go?
Rest?
Rest?
Oh yeah, what time of day is it? That's probably.
Can we rest in the line?
It is
No.
getting to be
Rest in the
evening
fucking
time.
wagon. No.
What's up, distance? You've been in the
Rest in
baths
the
for like 8 hours.
We can walk behind.
Before we head out, that the ride with my child, sharing a horse with me was uncomfortable, so I head over to the stable to see, because they're giving us horses, to see if I can get a pony for him.
Okay.
He can ride in the. I mean,
He's gonna.
I mean, we have a wagon now. If you
That
want
was-
to put him in the wagon.
That was the part of the wagon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because now we can put lots of stuff in there. And we
Are
have
you
a-
cool with that?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess the wagon's good. Do we have anything else we want to put in there, as far as like,
I'd like for you though.
feed for the
Like
horses,
other
or
children.
rations?
Do we want to go by the?
I'd like for you to give me a Constitution check though.
Me?
Yeah.
Because you might have passed out in the
That
tub.
was so damn good.
You might have drowned.
I rolled a 15. Constitution is a +1, so 16.
And then I'm gonna give that bath an attack roll. You successfully fended off the prunage, and
One scoop.
you made it easily to the stables to ask that original question. All right, you can continue.
Excellent.
You said it's like nighttime-ish.
It's like evening time. It's definitely getting dark soon.
Alright, I'm gonna
You
go.
spent most of the day wandering back and forth across the town.
I'm gonna ask everyone else if they'd like to go to the inn for the night before we take off
Yeah,
in the morning.
I want to rest.
So I take a little Jimmy and me, and then we'll head over there because I don't know where distance is at the moment. And then we'll go
We're
to.
at the stables, but as soon as I finished up with the stables, because it was a stupid question, because I didn't know that you guys had a wagon, I meet up with you guys. So I should be with you now.
Is the blacksmith high enough level to make the plate armor fit us?
The orc stuff? No.
Okay.
That's why this is the guy in the city. You can do that.
And then we'll. I guess we'll just get rooms and then rest for the night before we take off to the new town.
All right. We'll call it a night there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that'll be that.
All right.
And that's
You
level
all
4, right?
also when you wake up this next morning, you're gonna be level 4.
Okay.
So in case anyone has not yet decided what you want for your level 4 ability uppage or feat, figure that out before next session.
Can I just do mine now then? Because I already know.
Yeah, you already picked Great Weapon Master, I know that, so you can go ahead and do that. However, if anyone is still questioning, direct everything to Jakkar, aka Jack.
Jakkar is nowhere to be found.
He's dead, actually, by now.
Jack is actually known as Jakkar.
If Ben doesn't play little Jimmy, I'm gonna almost be sad.
You should, little Jimmy. Teach you to drive a wagon.
So what are you
No,
playing?
he's literally he's a.
It better be a fucking
It's-
rogue. I
it's
swear to God,
discovered
you're talking
that-
all this
that,
fucking trash about rogue.
I'm not gonna be a rogue.
I told him he's not allowed to be a rogue, actually.
I'm not gonna be a rogue.
He's going to be the next best dexterity
No,
melee.
it's gonna turn out that little Jimmy is
He's
actually
gonna
a
be a
100-year-old
College of
halfling,
Whispers.
and it's gonna be he's gonna play a halfling, and it's gonna be little Jimmy, but it's not gonna be.
You'd be a
Please tell me
swashbuckler.
that's true.
Oh, what?
A swashbuckler.
Dude, a swashbuckler would be pretty cool.
Dude, they're stupid. They don't even need to sneak attack. It's built into their freaking.
know. They broke as fuck.
Everybody, clap for Ben.
Yes.
Great job, buddy.
I can't wait to have a DM whose rolls are shit.
Oh.
Damn it.
I mean, if Jakkar carries these rolls in, you guys are golden. I guess all of us are golden.
The rest of the campaign is just a cakewalk.
Ben's just ready 19s and 20s.
Every major boss just crit fails on each roll.
Dude, I had so many enemies roll nat 20s on you guys. It was stupid.
The dice tower.
Yeah, man, the
Fucking
dice
hell.
tower's OP. Do you want to use it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can keep. Yeah.
It creates a nice little fortress.
Yeah.
A fortress.
And I've got
Why do you use the binders though? We can't see over it.
I know, but it's more just for like the overall wrappage. Because when it's just the walls, I mean, there's like no cover, so I kind of make my own little barricade.
I got that spicy 45 hit points on boys.
Um.
So essentially, if I'm being hit,
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Magical. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Or actually, we'll see you
Do you
Sunday.
have any
Right?
manuals that you would
Yeah,
need and
Sunday.
want?
Special
Special
episode
one
Sunday.
shot Sunday.
Do you require any